Picture this, it's the year of 2010, and Shane Dawson has rapidly achieved internet fame, accumulating 1 million subscribers in just 2 years. A milestone that I would congratulate any average human being for. But for Shane Dawson, for this guy?
Yo, Usher, where you at, my What? I'm allowed to say that word? I have black friends. That is terrifying.
I wouldn't congratulate him, but I would ratio him. That's right, team. An unhinged Shane Dawson deep dive part 1 ratioed Shane on April 6th, 2025, aka National Caramel Popcorn Day. Write that down. And anyways, in 2010, Shane Dawson was on top of the world, getting one step closer to becoming the king of truth on YouTube.
Shane Dawson, the king of truth on YouTube.
There were articles being written about him. He was winning awards. He was even in a commercial for Just Dance 4 with fucking Flow Rida.
Yes, I can. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
It should have been me. Shane doesn't even dance in the ad. Get him out. I would have been like, boop, boop. But the most crucial and distressing fact about 2010 is that he became the 3rd most subscribed to channel on YouTube. Albeit short-lived, to think that him and all of his shitty little characters had that much influence over this platform is headache-inducing. But his fans were truly dedicated. Here's a poem that I found that a young student wrote about him. I love him for who he is, not for what someone tries to make him into. One and only Shane Dawson. A+. This teacher should be fired. Now, for those of you who are already familiar with Shane, you already know that he completely nuked his YouTube catalog after his great cancellation of 2020. And if you recall, in our last deep dive, we had to build an entire virtual machine that ran an old version of Adobe Flash Player just to view his cursed relics in the Internet Archive. And while that did help us recover a lot of his content, it still ended up only working half of the time due to an index issue with the Wayback Machine that caused the GUI to hide the stupid ass play button from us, which meant that a couple hundred videos would just be lost. But on this channel, we don't let a little indexing issue stop us from anything, nor a stupid ass abducted play button. We knew we could not leave any stone unturned. So late one night, while we were wrapping up Shane Dawson part 1, Elijah was elbow deep in DevTools, looking for a solution to pull the M3U8 files straight from the nether when he came across a program called YTDLP, short for YouTube Downloader. This is how it works for the one nerd out there that asked. Hello. It skips the visual player entirely and scrapes the raw MP4 file directly from the archive through the terminal. No flash, no virtual machine required. We were then able to obtain any of the pure, unadulterated, disturbing Shane Dawson content that we wanted. So after some thorough digging through tedious GitHub references and sparse documentation, we were able to successfully install YTDLP and run it directly through our terminal in Homebrew. And although it was sad to say goodbye to our old virtual machine pal, we named him Dave, we now had access to hundreds of more videos that the virtual machine couldn't even access. So many that have definitely never seen the light of day since deletion, and they definitely would have stayed that way without this process. So thank you, Elijah. And you're welcome, world. So if you're new here, welcome. I highly recommend watching part 1 of the deep dive just to catch up to speed, but if you're all like, I'm not doing all that, that's fine too. It's not required reading. I'm just disappointed, but it's fine. It's not good behavior, but it's fine. And for those of you who are returning, well, you already know why we're here. To dig up what was never supposed to be found, and to unravel the question that still haunts us all. What is wrong with Dawson?
Hey, what's up, you guys? First of all, Merry Christmas. Second of all, I'm fucking pissed. therapist.
Hi, all you fat Mexican girls and homo boys.
I need therapy!
Daddy's into some illegal shit.
I mean, at least there's no rumors that I'm a pedophile. Oh shit.
I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm fucking done. I'm done.
Obviously, I would be completely lying if I didn't say this is really, really hard for me.
Have you ever wondered what watches you while you're sleeping?
She showed her naked breast on TinyChat. They're like 12 years old. I mean, they've seen tits. My mom's sitting in here on a laptop naked talking to 12-year-olds on TinyChat.
Did that scare you?
No, let me get some better lighting.
Ah, 2010. This era of YouTube was defined by parodies.
Wake up in the morning looking greener than Shrek.
Where's that donkey?
You could not log on to YouTube in 2010 and not have a bunch of these shoved in your face. And it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. I loved parodies. I remember my first parody like it was yesterday. It was a parody of Justin Bieber's Baby called Rabies.
You people think I'm crazy, but I don't give a fuck.
Rabies, 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 oh.
But that's besides the point. I didn't really understand why there was this intense popularity for parodies at the time.
I know you're plastic. You are not real.
Is there like a socio-economic reason for our collective enjoyment of parodies in 2010? You know, kind of like how high heels get higher when there's a recession. But no, it's actually because YouTube didn't take copyrighted music very seriously until 2015. So it was kind of the Wild West back then where you could do whatever you wanted with a song. And naturally, Shane was going to take full advantage of that and kicked off a long, annoying streak of chaotic songs.
Girls masturbate to me while reading my biography.
And his parodies are a huge puzzle piece in his disturbing history. Like, each one is littered to the brim with casual bullying, racism, homophobia, and pedophilia. It's content that aged like milk from a haunted cow. So much so that only 6 of his 27 parody songs remain on his page to this day. That leaves us 21 songs erasured and erased. We need to reassure them in HD quality. And so in order to do that, we're gonna make a tier list of every parody song he's ever made. The only exclusions to this are that it has to be a parody of an existing song, not an original song like Fuck Up or Super Love.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
And 2, they have to have adapted lyrics. So Shane dressing up like Psy and lip-syncing Gangnam Style does not count. The categories are not too bad. This one is for songs that are just not offensive, which, as you might have guessed, is quite rare. Then we have tolerable. This one is for the songs that are kind of offensive, but in the grand scheme of things, they're really nothing to write home about. Then we have the headache category. This is for songs that are just so fucking annoying. It's not even just that they're offensive, it's that they're just pure audio ear torture. Then we have pervy and gross. These are songs that have perverted, weird things in them. Stuff that the average person would know not to do around like kids and stuff like that. And lastly, we have KMS, which are videos that are so awful and offensive in a multitude of ways that they make you want to end it all. And disclaimer, okay? Because Shane made these parodies, all of them are bad by default. I just thought preserving and kind of analyzing the media in this way would be a little more interesting than going through them without any sort of order at all. Alright, so let's ease into this because it gets dark real fucking fast. We'll start with the One Direction Direction Story of My Life parody. This one is probably the least problematic of his entire catalog, which is saying something because the bar is like 100 layers beneath the Earth's crust. But basically, this is a song about people that Shane thinks are losers, and to him that means lonely people with no friends and that Photoshop themselves and try to get celebrities to follow them on Instagram and Twitter.
Taking pics for Instagram and photoshopping the shit out of me.
I don't even look human. Perfect.
The worst thing that happens in this is that Shane pretends to grapple Taylor Swift's boob, shaving cream boob even. It's gross, don't get me wrong, but it's not even close to the worst thing he's said about Taylor Swift. So for that reason and that reason only, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the not too bad category. Douchebag. This is a Lady Gaga Judah spoof.
Or falling for a douchebag.
This music video has full-blown production behind it, and so I find it interesting that he chose to have this like low resolution image of himself with a random guy that is a air quotes douchebag. This is neither here nor there, okay? This is a special music video because it's the first time that I ever saw him wear these like emo hair extensions that he likes to wear. You know, like the plastic ones. I used to think that he wore these ironically. I've since changed my tune, but the premise of this video is that a girl played by Alicia Schwartz, his then girlfriend, is going to the prom with a you-know-what-a, a douchebag.
And he's a really good guy once you get to know him.
What's up? You talking to that fat lesbian chick?
Despite having already agreed to go with Shane, who has a non-binary ass name in this, okay? His name is Switch.
Hey, Switch.
Hey, what are you doing?
But this disappoints him so much because they're so connected. They're like twins. They're like
dolphins or retards.
This leads Shane to begin singing about all the reasons why Lisa's boyfriend is a douchebag.
D-bag, dee-da-bop-bop, D-bag, dee-da-bop-bop.
Which is ironic because he, Switch, is also a douchebag in this.
So I was wondering what color dress you were gonna wear to prom because I got this corsage thing and I just wanted to make sure it like matched. You know, I don't want you to look like a colorblind idiot. Most
of the reasons given are just kind of like homophobic. Like taking a long time to get ready or shaving his legs is given as one of the reasons why he's such a douchebag.
He shaves his legs but swears that he's not gay.
Which makes this all the more confusing because this isn't necessarily like a jock character. This is just a problematic man that shaves his legs. Besides the homophobia of it all though, a lot of the other reasons are just dumb. Like wanting to go to Chuck E. Cheese, for instance.
Romantic night to him is Chuck E. Cheese.
But anyways, Lisa and Douchebag arrived to the dance, and then out of fucking nowhere, Shane starts singing, I wanna love you. And just roll the clip.
I wanna love you.
I think I sang it more in harmony with what was happening than he did in that instance. Like, why does this sound so bad? And it's just so abrupt that I couldn't help but just burst out laughing.
I wanna love you.
As her douchebag boyfriend slobbers all over another woman. But the music gets sentimental after this, okay? And him and Lisa share a kiss. This song and music video are awful, but I must admit, it's one of the songs that got stuck in my head, and for that reason, we're putting it in tolerable. Taylor Swift Revenge Rap. This one is imagining what a response to Kanye West would be after their whole MTV VMA fiasco.
Yo, Taylor. I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Her diss track, if you will. First off, first thing that you notice when you listen to this song is the vocals. Wowee.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Man, are those some vocals. They sound like they were recorded on one of those baby microphone toys and uploaded to YouTube using McDonald's Wi-Fi.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger.
He depicts Kanye by wearing an Obama mask with those like slit glasses on.
Kanye hopped on the stage tonight, looking like a gay chipmunk tonight. I'm sexy and wearing,
which feels weird and not great. Like, at least he's not doing blackface for once, but it still feels shady. Like, oh, this is a black person, so that equals Kanye West. Like, there's something wrong about it. But other than that, it is not that noteworthy, and just due to the audio alone, it is going straight into headache. Don't trust me, Sarah Palin. This is a 303 cover, which if you know this original song, you're goated. I mean, getting pretty old over here. This is a parody that Shane made of Sarah Palin after she resigned as governor of Alaska.
you wanna kill me, whoa, you'll never touch me, whoa.
Now, knowing exactly who Sarah Palin isn't all that important.
My non-support for anything but a traditional definition of marriage.
Just know that it's okay to make fun of her because she was and always has been very anti-gay marriage, so...
Gays always call me a bitch, cause they say they'll burn in hell and they should never get hit.
And I think that's probably why this is one of the 6 parody videos that is still up on his channel. I was gonna put this in not too bad, but the song itself is just too aggravating, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in tolerable. Bad Bromance. This, of course, is a Lady Gaga spoof. And this one is about Shane, as Ned the Nerd, being in a friendship with an overly attached bro friend who is constantly getting in the way of him going out with chicks and sleeping with them, both of which are scenarios that do not fall into line with Ned the Nerd's character.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Just about to go on a date.
Cool, can I come?
No, I don't think you should.
Okay, see you soon.
Like, the whole point of Ned, which we established in the first deep dive, is that he's a virgin with no friends that gets bullied.
I'd be shoved into lockers and beaten with Twix. Now that I'm older, I want girls, but that doesn't happen. Someone please develop superpowers so I can escape my life.
So not only is this song annoying because it's lost the plot in the sense of Ned the Nerd's lore that Shane himself made up and then just forgot.
I can't get laid cause people think that we're gay.
It's also sprinkled all over the place with hints of homophobia.
Why are you so crazy, acting like you are my lady?
So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a headache. Kesha blah 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 spoof. The message of the original song, Blah 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 by Kesha, is basically telling guys to shut up and just get their dick out.
Don't be a little bitch with your chit chat. Just show me where you.
Which is very femcel of her, but in Shane's version, it's about Aunt Hilda wanting to go out and party despite being an old fart.
I'm not young, but I am cool.
This video thankfully features all adults, which was a breath of fresh air. Y'all probably know by now I feel a tinge of PTSD whenever I see a child in one of Shane's videos. Like, I watch some of these with like my fingers over my eyes like it's a horror movie.
Drink so much I can't stand.
But anyways, SDZ makes an appearance in this video, and I've been so torture chambered by all of this that I was like, oh, thank God, it's just SDZ.
She may be 60, but she still knows how to fuck. Oh!
Excuse me? Oh, it's just SDZ.
I don't need you, bitch.
Overall, I'm gonna say that this is a tolerable listening experience. Taylor Swift 22 spoof. This is a spoof of the song 22, but transformed into 82. I'm probably mansplaining. I'm like Taylor Swift splaining this to people. I didn't really know this song until I was watching this, so I just thought I would explain. Okay.
I'm sick of young dudes, want a guy who's 82.
So I had an incredibly hard time trying to decide whether this was going in headache or pervy and gross, because really it's a lot of bit of both. The Shane Dawson mathematics get convoluted sometimes. But basically the premise of this is that Taylor Swift is tired of dating young dudes. She's over it, and now she's going for senior citizens. So she finds the first 82-year-old that she can, who just so happens to be Aunt Hilda's husband, and seduces him.
There's the bitch that stole the husband! Let's kill her!
We're getting beat up by women who are 82.
That's all fine and dandy, but this part where Taylor sings about older men dating younger women, it shows a dude turning around and holding a baby, and I just find that to be...
I'm sick of those rocker boys, they're always cheating with girls who are younger.
There's no reason to make a joke about a kid in that situation, but the rest of this video is fucking hoopla.
Holy shit, there's blood everywhere. That Asian one knows kung fu.
Taylor Swift decides she wants to be with Aunt Hilda instead of her husband after he dies of a heart attack.
Who do you want to be with, Larry?
I choose.
Sick of guys like him. Let's just be lesbians.
So yeah, they go and be lesbians together. And the only funny part about this entire experience is that at the end of the video, when Shane says goodbye and thank you for watching, whatever the fuck this thumbnail is appears on screen.
So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed that crazy ass Taylor Swift spoof. It would mean a lot to me if you gave me a thumbs up and favorited the video and sent it.
Like, what is this? The bar is in hell, as I've already said, so this for me just barely made it into pervy and gross because it was the one pervy and gross instance versus like 10 pervy and gross instances, but there you go. Resting peacefully in the pervy and gross section. Avril Lavigne Hello Kitty parody.
I am 30 and I'm wearing a tutu of candy.
This one is pretty infamous. It's known for its incredibly racist depictions of Japanese people.
Look at me, I'm eating sushi. I like to make my eyes all Japanesey.
Probably seen this in a compilation or two, and it is really racist. However, I was shocked to find out that it was parodying something that I was already inherently racist. Like, usually Shane's racism comes out of nothing but the pure black chunk of coal that is his heart. But if you haven't heard or seen Avril Lavigne's Hello Kitty video, it's very controversial to say the least.
Mina psycho arigato. Kawaii.
Like, where the fuck do I even start with this video? It's like watching a Hot Topic ad crash into a Tokyo tour bus. It's totally bizarre. She jumps around shouting arigato in like the most butchered ass I just watched one episode of an anime ass voice. While 4 Japanese women stand behind her in the background, completely silent, like as if they're NPCs. It's so disrespectful. You could learn more about Japan through the fucking Duolingo bird in like 1 hour. And so, I'm not defending Shane by any means. I try to throw him under the bus at least once every minute, but his parody is almost beat for beat what actually happens in Avril Lavigne's music video. But of course, he still finds a way to make it more racist than the original.
So like when I butcher Japanese, Ching chong wong, ching chong dong ding dong. Video is fucking racist, but it's okay because we're paying these Asian chicks to dance behind me. We want to kill ourselves.
It's like you try to parody something for being racist and just be racist. Like, it's not working. The math isn't mathing.
I like to make my eyes all Japanesey.
Like, doing that with his eyes just automatically puts any sort of actual critique into the dumpster. We're gonna go ahead and firmly put this in KMS because it's just doing too much. It's too much. Who's That Chick spoof? Shanane's version. This is a spoof of Who's That Chick by Rihanna. And let me tell you, I would not have known that by listening to this, because it simply does not sound anything like that song.
Watching romantic movies, piercing my own boobies. Who's that bitch? I'm that bitch.
It's just Shanana singing really obnoxiously into a penis-shaped lollipop.
Talking to my cat. Get naked all night chat. Cause baby, I don't care.
There's so much wrong with it. Like, Shane didn't even spell Shanana correctly in the title. How are you gonna misspell your own character? Again, it's like, pay attention to your own lore, bro. We're gonna send this straight to Headache because it doesn't even sound like the song it's parodying. E.T. Katy Perry spoof. In this one, Shane, as Paris Hilton, goes to Home Depot and recruits some Hispanic men to do her housework.
Drive to Home Depot. You're standing outside. So I yell on delay and you hop in my ride.
And to be completely fair, the music video makes it pretty clear that the reason why Paris has hired these Hispanic men is because she's a lazy American.
I hired an alien, 'cause I'm a lazy American.
But that doesn't mean that this parody is done in any sort of meaningful or smart or funny way.
Help me, help me. My backyard needs mowing, my front yard needs shaving.
But more importantly to all of this, in the grand scheme of things, this video stands out to me as confusing because as soon as the parody is over, Shane appears on screen wearing makeup that actually really resembles Katy Perry's makeup in the E.T. music video.
Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, so obviously I am Katy Perry from the E.T. music video. And a lot of you guys requested this costume, so here it is. I went all out for you guys. Look at these eyes.
So my question is, why is the parody about illegal immigrants when Shane is here in the alien makeup from the actual music video? What was the point? He just starts talking about Paris Hilton's autobiography and starts giving out racist advice.
Yes, Paris Hilton actually does have an autobiography. And here's just a taste of what's in it.
Your Heiress Diary by me. If you're having a really bad hair day, don't be sad. Wear a wig. I wrote that one for my black fans. That one's for you, my nigga.
And then the video ends with him filming himself watching Two Girls, One Cup with his mom. It's so random.
The next one wasn't really a question, but more of a dare. Jeff said, Shane, I dare you to watch Two Girls, One Cup with your mom.
Shane. Oh my.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you love that video?
But of course, you know, the video finishes off with a heartwarming message to his grandma. Just for the whiplash of it all, I'm gonna put this right into Headache. Harry Potter's Over music video.
When will Harry fuck Hermione? When did Ron get so fugly?
This is a parody of Skyscraper by Demi Lovato, and in it, Shanae basically just makes fun of Harry Potter fans for being upset that the franchise is over and that their dreams are crushed and they can't be wizards anymore, all to the harmony of Skyscraper.
Going to the movies in your wizard hat, thinking you looked cute. Girl, don't get me started.
This might actually be the best parody he's ever done, simply just because there's nothing wrong with it except for Shanae's existence. And at the end, he burns all the Harry Potter books on the beach and walks off into the sunset.
It's over. Get a life. Go outside. I don't know.
This easily goes in not too bad. Beyonce Single Ladies, Shane Dawson TV version. This parody was made for one reason and one reason only: to promote Shane's merch line.
Okay, so you guys asked for them, and they're here. Shane Dawson shirts. I thought, you know, this would be kind of boring if I just made a video telling you guys to go buy my shit. So why not make a little song?
And what it is basically Ned the Nerd and Shanae spread US propaganda that if you wear Shane's merch, you'll become a chick magnet.
I heard if I wear it, I'll be a chick magnet. Girls will run to me. I'll look like a hottie with the shirt on my body. Then I'll get crazy pussy.
Hence, if you like it, then you better get a shirt of us.
If you like us, then you better get a shirt of us. If you like us, then you better get a shirt of us. $15 ain't that much to get a shirt of us.
Other than that, Shane comes out at the end with the most deep fried by a hair straightener bangs that I've ever seen. And listen, I don't have much room to speak because right now my bangs look like they were cut with a chainsaw, but it irritated me nonetheless. It looks sharp. Like I just know the end of these strands feel like hay. It's going in headache. Telephone Dudes version. Lady Gaga spoof. Now, this song Telephone featuring Beyonce is a tragic unfinished masterpiece. Like, it has been 15 years since the music video ended, and they drove off into the sunset with a to be continued teaser, yanking our nuts like, oh, part 2 is coming. Part 2 is not coming. But what we do have is Shane's version, which is about Ned the Nerd hating his girlfriend and being annoyed that she's calling so much.
Stop calling, I don't wanna talk anymore.
As you can see, her number is 555-1819 bitch, which is probably insinuating that she's a bitch. This is yet another instance of Shane losing the plot with his own characters. Like, you're telling me Ned, who constantly whines about girls not liking him, is dissing an attractive young lady?
But tonight I'm all grown up and I am drinking Henny. I'm drinking.
And then to my horror, halfway through the song, his brother Jared starts wrapping up a storm and wearing a shirt from his clothing brand.
Update in my Twitch.
And listen, some of y'all thought that I was too hard on Jared in the last episode, but have you ever heard of complicitness?
Actually, señorita, I disagree. I believe that everybody should have equal rights. Gay people getting married, having babies. Nobody should be treated differently.
I don't care. I'm gonna make fun of his rapping a little bit. This is going in headache. Good Feeling spoof, Flow Rida, aka Living Like You're Dying. This next one is a parody of Good Feeling by Flow Rida, which Shane calls Living Like You're Dying. Because in this one, Shane's mom finds out that she has cancer and only has 1 day left to live.
It's cancer. What? You only have a day to live.
And in response to this information, Shane tries to coax her out of her bedroom so that she can enjoy the remainder of her life. But she does not embrace this at all and calls him the F slur to get him to leave her alone.
Mom, come on.
Go away, I hate you! I hate everyone!
The only person she actually wants to talk to is SDZ.
I'm dying of cancer.
How long you got?
A day.
A day? What the fuck you doing laying in bed?
Crying, watching TV.
Who convinces her to do a bunch of illegal shit before she dies.
You should go outside, do all the shit you ain't never done before, like some real illegal shit. I mean, you can't get arrested if you're dying.
You know what? I think you're right.
Thus, we get this.
Living like you're dying, yeah. Go out and do all the crazy shit you never ever done before, oh yeah. Live like you're dying, yeah.
And after blowing a hobo, destroying a child's lemonade stand, robbing a bank, and throwing a party skin style, she gets a phone call from her doctor saying he effed up. Like, whoops, you're not actually dying.
So it turns out I fudged up. You don't have cancer. You're not gonna die.
Oh, shit.
And so the cops come and pick her ass up. This one was a very hard choice because we do have that one slur in there. Not good. Hate that. But the rest of the music video is indeed tolerable. I'm gonna put it in headache though, just because I hate Shane's mom. Sweatshop. Thrift shop parody. This one is extremely disrespectful to my bass king, Macklemore. Stream Hines Hall. This parody is about the Kardashians owning a sweatshop with child slaves.
Hey, what's up, you guys? So not that long ago, it came out that the Kardashians were running a sweatshop for all their merchandise. Don't believe me? Well, I found proof in the form of a music video,
which Kris Kardashian runs like it's the Navy.
Kris Kardashian, can I go to the bathroom?
No! I'm Kris and I'm the main bitch and welcome to my sweatshop. You asked to get a day off, guess what? You get a throat chop. My pimp slap is strong, I get respect so easy. My kid's like, Mom, how many times did you slap daddy?
Shockingly, the Kardashians actually take the brunt of the joke rather than the children. Like, I would have thought Shane would make some disgusting, like, jokes about their race, but instead most of it roasts Kim for having a big butt, Caitlyn Jenner's face, and a very unfortunate trope about Khloe Kardashian being manly.
Our mom is crazy, Quartz Eye is lazy. I think I'm adopted.
Listen, in the early 2010s, all you had to do to be accused of being a guy is be tall or have a cleft chin. In fact, now that I think about it, that attitude is coming back now due to transvestigators. Wow, that's actually crazy. But unsurprisingly, there is racism splashed into this. Like a joke about Kim trying to appeal to black people by selling, you know,
black guys love Kim, so now she's selling watermelon.
Their family's worse than my family, and my family sold me.
It's just so fucking stupid. And there's actually a bonus sketch at the end of this video that is even more racist. And it's basically about a black woman being like an incompetent hairdresser.
And I can smoke weed in the back, breastfeed my baby, and take a nap at the mattress store, all while you underneath the dryer.
Shane just loves to depict black women of color as stupid. Like, wow, she was supposed to give that lady a haircut, now her head's on fire. Wow, wow, wow. I'm actually gonna put this in KMS. Taylor Swift spoof, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. This one depicts Taylor as a creepy stalker who, after dating Shane, makes it her goal to kill him and his new girlfriend.
I see you found yourself a new whore.
And after chloroforming the new GF and taking her to a saw torture chamber warehouse, Shane breaks in to rescue her.
Don't worry, I'm here to save you.
But this GF sees Taylor approaching behind Shane and is like, no! And to my shock and confusion, this happens?
No. No? What do you mean no, you fucking bitch?
Then Taylor, of course, catching him in his moment of weakness, bashes his head in and pisses on him. The song is abrasive, but at least if you did enjoy it, you could get it on iTunes.
If you want to listen to that crazy ass song over and over again, you can get it on iTunes. The link is in the crotch.
This one easily goes in the headache. Next, we have another Taylor parody, and this one is for I Knew You Were Trouble, and it features the same actress from the other one that we just watched. Her name is Wendy Malcolm, and she's a recurring character on Shane's channel, although her name doesn't even really matter because her voice sounds like a rock and a blender. Anyways, Taylor is in the middle of accepting an award for a song called Never Ever Break Up with Taylor. And this is happening at a United Nations event for some reason. Like, there are government representatives from each country in the crowd watching this. And as you may have suspected, hey, there's people from every race in this video. I wonder if Shane's gonna be racist. And yeah, he is. To whom? To everyone.
We love you, Taylor!
I love you too, China!
And to make things worse, Taylor begins singing a song about how America is better than every other country.
'Cause America is the greatest nation.
Because a country like Afghanistan smells bad.
And all the other countries, they all smell like shit. Especially Afghanistan.
And Japan makes weird porn.
Japan, where they're into freaky shit. Like squid porn and bukkake.
And right after all this nonsense, we cut to Shane trying to do one of his famous fake deep takeaways.
Anyways, the whole point of this video is yes, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but as long as you learn something from them, it's worth it.
This one I was originally gonna go headache, but after rereading what I wrote down, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in KMS.
Thank you!
Next, we have Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball parody. This song is about Miley not being able to stop herself from licking things sexually.
I have no control of my tongue.
And so she goes around licking anything.
I can't stop licking everything.
From books to stomachs to a child swing with a literal child on it.
Jungle gyms to children's swings.
That's gonna instantly get it a pervy and gross rating. Moving on, we have the Last Friday Night Katy Perry spoof.
Got my hand stuck in a drain, never been in so much pain. Even Paris Hilton came last Sunday night.
And we already talked about this a bit in Shane Dawson Part 1, so I won't go into very much detail, but the main takeaways are that Shane puts a penis on a poster of a underaged Miley Cyrus and simultaneously calls her a whore.
Sunday night, pin the penis on the hole.
The Fine Bros are also there being freaks. I think I've mentioned that I hate them a bunch of times now, actually. This is another automatic, pervy, and gross Kesha music video spoof. This one is for the song Come On. Which is an amazing Kesha song that I completely forgot existed. So for that, I am grateful that I watched this. But there's really nothing much to report on, other than it's really annoying.
Covered in pee, then my pee turns to chocolate. That would be fucking sweet.
Obama makes a cameo.
Hey, look at the president. He's riding an elephant.
Hello, Kesha.
And there's an unhinged scene that shows kids filming unicorn porn.
Elvish kids playing with their magic sticks. They're all shooting unicorn. Wait, I think I'm...
Which, girl, I don't even know. Put it in pervy and gross. Fred Christmas Cash spoof. This is a spoof of a song by the one and only Fred.
All I want for Christmas is cash money.
The original song is about Fred's desire to stop getting boring gifts for Christmas. But Shane's version is called I Want Ass. And he starts the video by informing us about with how obsessed the internet is with figuring out whether or not Lucas Cruikshank is gay.
And a lot of people are saying stuff like, this is so lame. Fred is so gay. Is he gay? He's gay, right? He totally likes to suck cock.
Which Shane says he isn't, and he has proof.
But the truth is, Fred isn't gay. Right now, I'm about to show you the real Fred.
This spirals into an entire musical number about how Fred loves ass and pussy.
My vids are getting lame. I'm tired of acting gay. I wish I could just finally grow up.
And he shows pictures of girls with huge boobs and edits himself over what I think might be legit porn.
All I really want is ass and
And amongst that chaos, Brittany Louise Taylor is jumping around in a bikini. Why? You tell me. Now, this whole thing pisses me off for 3 reasons. Number 1, if you watch Shane Dawson Part 1, you know I'm a Fred fan. Number 2, the audio is mixed so poorly that it nearly blew the snail right out of my eardrum.
I just want to shout, I want ass and pussy.
And 3, which is the worst offense, Shane ages Fred up in the song. Like, he pretends that Fred is singing this as an 18-year-old, but in reality, at the time Fred was 16. Side note, I've been looking for a Fred shirt from the 2008-2009 era, like a real one, and I cannot find one anywhere, okay? Please, somebody out there, sell me one. Anyways, this is going in KMS. I'm Nicki Minaj, Ask Shane 26, okay? This was a parody, part of the series Ask Shane, and it is a certified racist classic. Like, if you have seen any sort of compilation or proof of Shane Dawson being racist, this is part of it. It's terrible. Shane, who is once again addicted and scratching his skin every moment to do blackface, pretends to be Nicki Minaj.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, you guessed it. I'm a chocolate bunny. Or at least that's what it looks like. I was trying to go for Nicki Minaj, but this is what happened.
And this video became part of this unfortunate phenomenon where only short clips of it exist, or it's in like super low quality. But thanks to YTDLP, we were able to download the full video in 1080p.
These hoes are jealous, cause their men's want me. I can't believe it, that girl's so sexy.
Equals straight to KMS. Put it in the trash immediately.
Check me out, check me out, check me out.
Lady Gaga applause parody. I was fully prepared to put this in the not too bad category because the song is fairly catchy and it is the most like artistically creative parody.
Remember back in the day, I could do no wrong.
Like, he actually went through a great effort to make it look like the actual applause video. This was fine. This was like a walk in the park until he had to ruin it by putting a 5-year-old in a shirt that says, "Let me ride your disco stick."
I had so many fans from little kids to sucker moms.
I don't like this at all. I'm putting it in pervy and gross. Selena Gomez birthday parody.
Blame it all on Disney. Look what they did to me. And I'm not the only one who turned out like that.
This entire song is perverted from the get-go. It's about how Disney Channel stars go through a rebellious phase when they get older and in some cases, in a lot of cases, have mental breakdowns.
Let's look at Lindsay. Don't forget about Miley. And the girl from Even Stevens even had a sex tape.
But it does this by sexualizing minors, like saying stuff like this.
Wizards and underage strippers. Do these clothes make you forget that some of us aren't legal yet?
At the time this came out, Zendaya was 17 and Bella Thorne was 16, so then he says something so disturbing that I don't even want to repeat it. I'm not gonna. Here you go.
Get condoms and some lube. We're gonna break your childhood.
The video ends with Amanda Bynes walking through the door with a dog on fire.
My dog is on fire. Can any of you ugly, fat, gross, disgusting, fat-looking, face pieces of shit help me put it out?
And then Shane and Joey Graceffa take it to the back and piss on it? Hello? Joke, please. Explain to me the joke, please. But for all of these offenses, it is going into pervy and gross. Somebody love Justin Bieber spoof. This entire video sexualizes Justin Bieber, who was 17 at the time. And not only that, but is his fans, who were obviously incredibly young. The video begins with Kesha presenting an award for Artist of the Year, and Justin Bieber doesn't win, which causes his fans to flip out.
And the Artist of the Year goes to Esmeralda Southworth.
But Justin claims that he isn't concerned with him not winning because, in his words, girls masturbate to him.
Don't worry, girl, I'm not angry. I mean, how could I be? Girls masturbate to me while reading my biography.
Yeah, I don't even need to really say this, but I don't like Shane pretending to be a little girl and jacking off. Like, what the fuck is that? Justin then continues singing about how he's not mad, but he just thinks the wrong person won, and then compares a black woman's hair to shit.
I have a hair swoop and her hair looks like the wrong person.
So yeah, ew, we're really doing all the offenses in this one. And this isn't even the only time that Shane made inappropriate jokes about Justin Bieber.
You make me crazy.
Unfortunately, around this time, celebrities sexualize Justin left and right, like Trisha Paytas, Jeffree Star, Rihanna. I'm sure there's more. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what possessed these full-grown adults to be saying these kind of things about a kid, but then people wonder, you know, they're like, oh, why does he say weird things? Why does he say he's clocking in on business?
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
This is the fuck why. Raise your hand if you want a Justin Bieber deep dive. I'm just kidding, unless... Anyways, KMS. Miley Cyrus, We Can't Stop parody.
I'm about to make you uncomfortable.
This one is so shockingly bad that I feel like it's like illegal for me to have seen it. So the video starts out pretty similar to the original We Can't Stop video. Miley is dressed in all white. She's moving her body suggestively, and the lyrics suggest that Miley was paying black people to hang out with her in her bad girl like bangers era, which like I don't know.
And they only hang out with me 'cause I give them free weight.
I mean, it is kind of giving Avril Lavigne, Gwen Stefani, I'm paying people of color to stand behind me vibes. We don't know though. But the song continues on about how Miley is a bad influence to kids.
It's like up to me and copy everything I do.
And to drive that point home, they show a little girl who is probably like 10 years old putting a banana in her mouth like up close and suggestively. It's so disgusting. Like, just watching that, I felt like I wasn't even in the plane of reality. I felt like I was in a bad dream, because how did this go on YouTube? It's hard to even continue from that. But it is important that we do. After all, there are more people involved with this to throw under the bus. Yes, more people than just Shane. To add on to how gross this is, though, there's also a joke about Miley being molested by her dad. But Shane making this joke about her being molested can be traced back as far as 2010.
I've learned a lot of things about myself, and I've learned a lot of things I should not say, such as Miley Cyrus' dad molested her. Probably could have kept that one to myself.
So clearly he's thought it's funny for quite some time. Although I almost found it impressive that he was able to convey this opinion non-verbally. Straight to KMS. Next we got another Miley Cyrus parody. This one is for Adore You.
Holy shit.
And you know, where do I even start with this one? First, Shane compares Miley's music video to porn.
If you use this video, it just looks like porn.
And says her hair makes her look like a little German boy.
It looks like gay porn.
Then a complete stereotype caricature of a gay man says he's gonna jerk off to her thinking about that.
Oh my god, that little German boy is fucking hot.
Mine is too.
But that's almost inconsequential compared to what happens next, because the video depicts Miley Cyrus going on tour where fans who are actually played by children sit in the front row cheering. Then Miley grabs them by the head and simulates them doing you know what to her. And she's like gyrating her hips. It's like, it's so gross. Come on. I mean, the woman who agreed to do this must have forgotten that women can be predators too. Like, if she were a guy doing this exact same thing, but with a penis, oh my god. Like, you are grabbing their heads. What is wrong with you? And last but not least, we have the one that got away, Katy Perry spoof.
It started in the summer of '93. You used to come to my house and visit me.
We talked about this at length in the first Shane Dawson deep dive, but if you don't know, this is an infamous parody where Shane puts a penis-shaped cookie in a child's mouth. And there's a lot more that's wrong with this. Like, there are also male strippers on the set of this music video, and they actually carry the kid around as they're barely clothed. And this is obviously going into KMS. I don't even need to elaborate on why, but hey, you might be wondering who the director of most of these videos was, especially the pervy and gross ones and the KMS ones. Like, for example, I don't know who filmed a child putting a banana in her mouth, or the person who filmed Shane putting that cookie in that kid's mouth, who in fact orchestrated these vulgar transmissions of gargantuan proportions. Introducing Totally Sketch, or Totally Fucking Sketchy, as I call him. Government name, Michael Gallagher. Present day in the year 2025, 36, which is the exact same age as Shane, meaning they were both in their early to mid 20s at the time of these monstrous creations. Look underneath every Shane Dawson music video and you are likely to see his credit there.
Quick thanks to Totally Sketch for directing this video.
Yup, totally sketchy. More on him in a little bit. I have some paragraphs prepared. I promise this is going somewhere. The last Shane Dawson song parody was uploaded on December 5th, 2014, and it was of the Taylor Swift song Blank Space. For those of you familiar with Shane Dawson lore, you already know where this is going. This is very, very infamous. It is a fucked up parody in a whole different realm, a whole different way from the others. And it's somehow, surprisingly, one of the 6 that are still up on his channel to this day. The video begins with Lisa sharing a 1989 Taylor Swift CD with Shane, which he originally refuses to listen to, but after giving it a chance, he becomes so obsessed with it that he starts listening to it every minute, every moment of his day. Like when he's lifting weights and making this scary ass face at the camera, or while he's jacking off in the shower. And he becomes so parasocial and creepy that he genuinely believes that he is in love with her and that they're meant to be together. And so he forms a sick and twisted plot to get rid of his current girlfriend. And the plot is to lure Lisa outside, making her think that her dog is sick, and then coming up behind her and hitting her in the head with a weight. Not just once, but over and over and over again until her face is completely gone and battered. It is really, really gory for no reason and really disturbing. Shane then cuts Taylor's name into his chest and sings about how he found her address on Google Maps and proceeds to actually show up to her house and violently stab her security guard 11 times in the stomach. Like, it just keeps going. Again, it's really gory for no reason. But he kills the security guy, he gets into the house, and he starts chasing Taylor Swift around. He chases her until he corners her and forcibly kisses her on the lips. And it's at this point that he realizes that he had made up this whole character of her in his head that does not translate to reality. So he doesn't actually want to be with her. So because he doesn't feel a connection, he proceeds to beat her over the head with the same weight that he used on Lisa earlier. Then off screen, Shane cuts off Taylor Swift's face and we see him making a mask out of it for him to wear. Then the video ends abruptly with this iMovie ass font. It was truly so high production until this point. This is confusing for me. Anyways though, the video was so shocking that in the immediate aftermath, fans began filming reaction videos. And I mean a lot of reaction videos.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Ew, ew.
Oh my god. Oh no. You're killing your girlfriend!
No! Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just watched one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen on YouTube.
Fans were shocked, disturbed, disgruntled, but in many cases still supportive. Like, for example, this guy gags throughout his whole video.
No! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my gosh.
But still gives it a thumbs up in the end.
But anyway, if I had to rate it, I would give it a thumbs up. I don't know. I'm gonna thumbs it up right now, Shane.
But point blank, okay, blank space. I and many other people would consider this video to be an extreme form of harassment and possibly even a threat, especially when given more context for as to what was going on in Taylor Swift's life at this time. Literally just a few months prior, Taylor had filed a restraining order against a man named Timothy Sweet. This was a man who believed he was married to Taylor, who threatened to harm both her and her family and also kill anybody that she enters a relationship with. But not only this, he actually showed the fuck up to 2 of her houses. I know, 2 houses, like what? But he showed up to one in Beverly Hills and Nashville. And Timothy wasn't even her only stalker. She's had a lot of really creepy, crazy ones actually, especially in this like time frame. So you maybe could imagine why this would make Taylor Swift and her management perhaps be a little bit on edge. And so they did something about it. In a video titled Banned from YouTube, Shane would begin crashing out over the fact that her managers filed a cease and desist on that video. And to add to that, I would say rightfully so, okay? If you have not seen this video, I don't know if I'm doing it justice, but it is like so violent, like that if I had a stalker come to my house and threaten to kill me and my family and anybody who I got in a relationship with, and then here's this music video that pretty much says that exact same thing, I'm gonna be fucking scared. So here's what her team said. They were like, listen, you can either cut out the violent scenes or you can just delete it. You can take it down. Which is generous, because even without the gore, like I said, this video is pushing it way too close to reality, I think. But Shane, oh, he was not having any of this. In fact, here's how he kicks off Banned from YouTube.
Hey, what's up, you guys? First of all, Merry Christmas. Second of all, I'm fucking pissed.
Because Shane believes that cutting out the violent parts of the video are what makes the video actually good.
B, the other option is to re-edit it, take out all of the stuff that made it great.
So he's gonna fight them tooth and nail.
I'm gonna fight that shit. And I have you guys behind me. Because we're not gonna let this happen. We're not gonna sit here and let people tell us what to do. This is America, bitch. Merry Christmas, Sony.
This is America, bitch. Merry Christmas, Sony. He then went on to beg his fans to sound off on Twitter and let YouTube know that blank space deserved its space on the damn platform. #@Sony.
All you guys can do to help me is, I don't know, leave a comment down there saying we support you. Or fucking go on Twitter and use hashtag Shane Dawson Sony.
But he didn't stop there. He even had the audacity to tell them to ask Taylor, hey, did you not like the video?
Tweet Taylor Swift and say, hey Taylor, what happened? Did you not like the video? I don't understand.
And it wasn't just in this video. He would double down on this opinion way later in a podcast.
Maybe she just is really against violence? Ugh. I don't know. It's a little strange because it wasn't like making her look bad in any way.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
But-
she isn't like maybe she's a Scientologist.
Now, despite his bitching and moaning, the video did get taken down. When you clicked on it, it read, this video contains content from Sony ATV Publishing, who has blocked it on copyright grounds. Sorry about that, the little face. gagged. The way they read him and dragged him to filth. But as Shane had said,
this is America, bitch.
So on February 2nd, 2015, he announced that he would be suing Taylor Swift. And then 9 days later, it was back up again with an age restriction. And according to Shane, this is because her lawyers didn't want none of that smoke, basically. I don't know what happened with that. Honestly, maybe they were just like, this guy's so fucking stupid, we don't want to deal with him. Who's to say? Either way, he would begin calling Taylor Swift evil.
She is the one celebrity who I would punch in the head.
Really?
If I was given like a card, like, here, you can punch any person in the head and not get in trouble for it, I would punch her through the head. Like, she, first of all, I kind of love her because she's evil. People don't know that. She's actually evil.
And 2 years later, would start featuring her in his conspiracy videos. For example, he has a bizarre theory that Taylor is a clone of a woman named Zena LaVey, who was a leader of the Church of Satan.
Xena was the high priestess of the Church of Satan. And if you look at them side by side, they're literally the same.
He also talks about a myth that Taylor's first album did so well because her dad bought 100,000 copies and put them in a warehouse somewhere.
Well, her first album had a big first week, even though she wasn't really that famous yet. And genuinely, people believe that there is some warehouse out there that is filled with like 100,000 Taylor Swift albums.
Which, don't get me wrong, I love a good stupid conspiracy theory that has no grounds, but Shane literally acts like he knows people in real life from the record industry that knows this to be true.
And this is something that everybody talks about. So many people in the music industry, so many agents and managers, and I just heard people over the years talking about this. Like, it's literally real.
And he's saying this to like 12-year-olds, so of course they're gonna believe him. Anyways though, to this day, I think he still has a personal vendetta against her for this whole debacle that he created.
But look at how fucking similar she looks to this woman! Look at that! Are you kidding me?
But this is all to say that these parody videos, whether they were or violent, creepy, what have you, they were backed by many people.
So many people, but so much work into that video.
People like Totally Sketch. And you might be asking right now, Nikki, do you have any statistical data to show Totally Sketch's involvement in all of Shane Dawson's videos, represented through visual pie charts? I'm so glad you asked. Totally Sketch directed a whopping 37% of Shane's parody videos, which is already 37% too much. But his videos fall into our 4 categories as follows. 30% were tolerable, 10% were headache, another 30% were pervy and gross, but that last 30% goes straight into the KMS category. Notice how none of the videos he directed landed in the not too bad category? Sorry, Michael, that's too bad. Geez, that was like 23andMe, but instead of for ethnicity, for problematicness. Anyways though, Michael just so happens to be the director of a little film called Smiley starring Shane Dawson, a film we will be heavily discussing and analyzing. We'll be talking more about his crusty ass down here wherever the Smiley section is. But for now, just keep Totally Sketch in your mind's eye, in your mind cabin. Do not forget this. I have to try to go in somewhat of a chronological order, otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. So in 2010, Shane launched yet another YouTube video called Shane Dawson TV 2, which he says was created for behind the scenes videos, bloopers, and some special extras, some special goodies, if you will. And they were a real mixed bag, but the 3 main categories that you'll see on Shane Dawson TV 2 are disturbing vlogs, rants, and opening fan mail. So let's go ahead and start with the fan mail. But before we move on, I want to talk to you about today's sponsor, Talkiatry. I know I personally relate to this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too. Wrestling with your own brain definitely feels like a full-time job, unfortunately. And when you finally decide that you want to get some help, that's when the real boss battle begins. Because finding a psychiatrist in your network is a freaking nightmare. I have always really struggled with my mental health, and I know that there have been times where I just did not want to deal with the formalities of like finding help. And if you've been there, I think you'll know what I mean. You've definitely noticed how absolutely painful it is to find a psychiatrist that takes your insurance, fits your schedule. It is overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Talkiatry is a psychiatry practice that focuses on medication management for mental health that is entirely online, accepts insurance, and has tons of licensed psychiatrists who can prescribe what fits your needs. Seriously, they have over 600 plus psychiatrists with an average 10 years of experience and a variety of specialties in anxiety, depression, ADHD, postpartum issues, and more. That way you know you can feel comfortable speaking to a highly trained on-staff provider. All you have to do is take a quick online assessment and they'll match you with a licensed psychiatrist that's right for you. No monthly fees, no subscriptions. It's just an easier way for you to find care in your network from the comfort of your home. So if something's been feeling off lately and you've been putting it off due to the difficulty of finding the right psychiatrist, Talkiatry could be a great first step. So scan this QR code or click the link in my description to get started with Talkiatry today. Thank you so much, and now back to the video. His very first video was titled, I'm a Fangirl, and I would explain how this video begins, but I think it's better if I just show you.
P.O. Box time, do-do-do-do, P.O. Box time, fan mail, looking through crazy shit, and it's most likely gonna get me arrested. You know what else could get me arrested? Doing this! I'm just kidding. We won't do that on camera, that's evidence.
So yeah, really good first impression for this fan mail series. Good job, Shane. But a fan from New Jersey sends him a small box, and Shane says he hopes that it's an engagement ring, but then quickly stops to consider what the age of consent is there.
She's from New Jersey. What's the age of consent there?
And spoiler alert, it's 18, but Shane isn't very happy about that.
I hope it's not 18. Boo! I've always wanted to marry a child. Cheap date. They get to order off the kids menu when you go out to dinner. They get a child's ticket at the movies. Ugh. Why can't Lisa be 5?
Next up, he opens a box from a 10-year-old who has sent him penis-shaped lollipops. And we know he's 10 years old because he included an envelope with a picture of himself in it.
Aww, he gave me a mugshot. 10-year-old David was arrested today for touching himself in public. Also for wearing a Shane Dawson TV sweatshirt.
Then, clearly knowing what he just said is creepy, he says this.
Well, thank you so much for your penises, David. Pretty soon I'll have a mugshot too.
Good thing he's self-aware that he needs prison time. We're all still waiting on that though. Next, Shane opens a box that has a bunch of silly things inside for him to wear, like a mask and a fake gold chain. And for some reason, Shane thinks these items make him look like Paula Deen.
Oh my god, it's like she raided Paula Deen's closet. Black people are the devil! I have so much money, y'all. This is pure gold. Wait, what was that? You're taking this away from me?
Who, if you didn't know, is a notoriously racist chef. She's like Gordon Ramsay if he was racist and from the South. She is like somewhat close to that level of television fame. But anyways, so he starts parodying her racist behavior.
I love Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, but what I don't love is stupid. What?
As he says, he was just getting to the good part.
I'm not allowed to sing this song? I was just getting to the good part!
Yeah, all that bullshit, and that was only the first episode.
I've always wanted to marry a child.
Now, a disturbing, reoccurring thing that happens in these videos is fans sending Shane a picture of themselves because he always finds a way to say something revolting about them. Here's an example of a girl who sent him a seashell bra and one of those funny little squishy squishy things in the mail. I don't know what these are called, but bottom line is they're just a toy. Simple as that. But to Shane, oh, it's an opportunity to make a lot of sexual jokes. It's a free-for-all.
Another sex toy, but this one is for on the go.
By the time he gets to the picture of her, he's so dead set on making her gift be about sex toys that he says she looks like she's into them.
Oh, and she sent me a picture of herself. Yeah, she's definitely into sex toys. I mean, her hair is practically a sex toy. Look at all those anal beads.
After saying that, he admits that he's gone too far without checking how old she is. And so he goes to check her age, and you see him make this face.
Too far. How old is she? Oh!
So you can only imagine, I'm not going to show you her face, but to this picture, she looks to be about 11 or 12. Shane says it's all fine though, because he'll just put it with all his other pictures of young girls.
I'll put this in a binder full of all my other pictures with young girls with anal beads in their hair sitting on a tree.
In another episode, he receives a photo from a little girl named Shelby. It is a perfectly innocent photo, and she's making a heart with her hands. But this is what Shane had to say about it.
This one is from Shelby. She's making a heart with her hands. She's not naked, so I don't care.
You? I don't care if this is supposed to be a joke. I refuse to see how it could even be one when you're straight up saying sexual things about kids, holding up a picture of an actual kid. This girl looks like she's 10. His ability to make anything and everything that they send him into sexual, more often than not, pedophilic nonsense is so infuriating. Like, another example is when he gets sent a calendar with puppies on it. Okay? I repeat one more time. It is a calendar with puppies on it.
Aw, she sent me a calendar full of puppies!
Now, how do you go and ruin something like that? Well, he starts talking about how sexy they are, and how 1 month in particular is sexier than the rest, because a baby is in the picture.
Oh my god, they're all so sexy. Oh my god, especially this picture. It's a baby kissing a puppy.
He then says,
I'm gonna f this so hard. I'm gonna f this January to December.
Literally, what the f is happening? Sir, this is a calendar with puppies on it. It's just all so pathetic. In a different episode, Shane opens a box from a fan named Amber, and he says he hopes it's filled with things that make him look super, super gay. And to his delight, he opens it and finds a pair of really short shorts. And not just that, but items that will help him act gay, air quotes, as well.
Not only did they get me shorts to make me look super gay, but they also got me things to act really gay. Like a sewing kit, a little stuffed doggy, a Chicken Little video game.
But he's most happy with a book that they sent him called George Washington's Breakfast.
And a book called George Washington's Breakfast, where he's sitting with a child and they're both in bathrobes. Gay and creepy. Just like me!
Don't rope the community in with this during Pride Month. But aside from that creepy bullshit, there's also the insanely disrespectful and racist way that he talks to his fans in these videos. Like, it's already bad enough that Shane is openly racist in his regular videos, but in these, he's just saying the racist things directly to a specific child. As Shane, not even under the facade of a different character that he's playing, like Paris Hilton or SDZ. For example, here's how he reacts to fans who have Mexican-sounding last names.
Alright, this one is from Russell Rodriguez, and that means he's Mexican, so I'm expecting a newborn baby and some meth. Oh, there could also be water in here that gives me massive diarrhea.
He loves to say this shit about Mexicans. Like, he loves it. I don't know why. He's addicted. Here he is being racist to a Mexican fan again.
Okay, this one is from Ricardo. And I'm very excited because that sounds Mexican. Come on, be fireworks. Come on, be fireworks. Oh, he got me a pig. Wait, this is from Mexico. There's drugs in this. Open up, piggy. Sounds like cocaine, right? He also gave me glasses. Oh, this is for a disguise after I crossed the border with my drug piggy.
He also has plenty of jokes towards Japanese fans and black fans, of course.
Okay, this one is from Jay Yap. Now, I'm very excited because that sounds Japanese. And we all know how fucking creepy they are. If you're Japanese, I love you. And I also love the fact that you invented squid, bukkake, and shoving an eel in somebody's ass.
This one is from Danita Martin.
She sounds black. Please be weaves, please be weaves.
Imagine having somebody that you look up to perpetuate stereotypes about you directly to you. Like, not even a generalization. He's talking to you who sent an innocent item of mail to him. And aside from all that though, his craftsmanship of being completely unlikable and unfunny is fully displayed in these. Here's just a few examples of him being unfunny and unlikable. Yes, I know I'm being petty by including this.
Get ready for me to turn into a sex slave in 3, 2, 1.
This is my pleasure claw. It's gonna be a white Christmas indeed.
Oh, and the last thing they got me was a picture that they made of me laying on a beach with my fuck-up shirt and a Christmas hat. And I look like I'm ready to, you know, get some. Ugh, that tasted like dead babies. I wonder why. Oh my god, he gave me Pokemon cards! And I'm not gonna lie, I've never, ever, ever played Pokemon before. All I know about it is that it's Asian, creepy, and a bunch of animals make orgasm noises when you throw balls at them. So it's basically like my life.
And I don't know what the this is. I'm pretty sure it's Shrek when he's stoned. Donkey, where the fuck are those waffles? Oh, I could really go for some waffles. Oh.
Epic, awesome, fucking Nerf gun! I know, I'm kind of a lesbian.
The last thing I want to mention about these fan mail videos is that a lot of kids wrote super sweet messages to him saying how much he's saved their life or helped them through such dark times.
She says, Shane, when I watch your videos, I forget all the bullshit and it makes me feel like I have a purpose in this world. Thank you for making such a difference in my life. Annalise. And there's other stuff in the letter basically saying that my videos help her escape reality, hence the reason she's a fairy.
To which I have to say, first of all, what was with the trend of saying a YouTuber saved your life in the 2010s? There's actually so many examples of this YouTuber saved my life thing, and the only ones that are actually valid are Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, okay? The rest of these people, I don't know. I don't know about that. Perhaps Markiplier did save my life because I'm still waiting on 3 Scary Games 110 at the ripe old age of 26. So I hate that children were getting taken advantage of on this level, where they saw Shane Dawson as a literal hero. Anyways though, other SDTV2 videos are rants about anything and everything, like his life in elementary school. For example, in this video titled Crayons and Racism, he recounts a story of his first grade teacher at Catholic school, who he says has a name similar to
Chingding, Miss Phil Chingding. I don't know, it was Asian.
And that she had really messed up teeth, which he finds surprising for racist reasons.
Her teeth were really fucked up, which is odd because usually Asian people have really clean teeth because they're usually dentists. Was that racist? No, that's not racist because it's a good thing.
And after explaining just how disgusting he thought her teeth were and attempting to do an Asian accent,
and then her yellow juice in her teeth would rise up and down as she talked. It was disgusting.
He accuses her of a lot of bullshit, like not being Catholic because she's Asian. You know, obviously she has to be a Buddhist. Ha ha ha, yeah, she's Asian. Okay.
She did not believe any of that shit because she was, you know, Buddhist, right?
Don't worry though, he does apologize for any of his jokes that may have been offensive. That is right before doing a speed run of pretty much every racial stereotype in existence, all while biting his nails like a cheeky monkey.
Oh, and P.S. If you're Asian and you're offended by any of my jokes, I'm sorry. I'll make fun of everybody. White people are ugly, black people like chicken, Asian people are smart, Mexicans smell, and Jewish people are greedy. Did I miss anybody?
Like, ew, you cannot do that.
Sorry.
It's not cute when you do it. It's annoying and destroying my circadian rhythm. In other videos, like this one titled If I Had Boobs, he rants about the advantages of being a woman and what he would do personally if he was one.
It's, what would it be like if I was a girl for a day?
He explains that his first priority would be using it like a purse.
Number 1, see how many things I could fit in my vagina.
Example 2 would be...
Number 2, be a lesbian. Do I really have to even elaborate on that one?
And thirdly, getting free food. Because in his eyes, squeezing your boobs together plus caveman equals buy me french fry. That was my impression of a caveman. man. A man who is a caveman.
I don't know why, but I always see girls at places just, oh, I forgot my change. Oops, guess I have to work for it.
Shane also explains that for girls, if you're not good at making YouTube videos, it doesn't actually matter if you have big boobs.
Number 5, make another YouTube account. Let's just face the facts. If you want to get popular on YouTube and you're not that good at making videos, you got 2 things if you're a girl that you can definitely use to get you views. Damn titties!
SDTV2 is just full of trash like this. It's just like swimming around in a muddy sea of clickbait titles. Seriously, each time I would click on an SDTV2 video, I had no idea what it would actually be about. Like in this one, for example, titled Stars and R words, ignoring what a terrible, horrible name that is to begin with, the majority of this video is spent talking about his new glasses prescription.
So I went to the eye doctor because I thought maybe I needed glasses, so I got the... Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Shane, those are not cool. And I agree with you.
Unbelievable and unprofessional. Unprofessional bullshit.
Fucking bullshit. Unprofessional bullshit.
Other than that, he'd randomly do vlogs like this one, where he's in character as Paris Hilton and goes shopping with his friend Brittany Louise Taylor.
Want to make out? I take that laughter as a yes.
He takes this outing as an opportunity to tell Brittany that she's walking like a black person.
How's the bathroom, Audrina? Oh my, Audrina, why were you just walking like a black person? Oh my god. She's gonna steal everything from Old Navy and wear it like it's cute.
And ultimately, to go around the mall saying shit like this.
I don't know why, but I just want to come on their faces. I'm shaking. I'm totally having a freak out right now. Hold my hand for me.
Or this one, which is titled Top Emo Chef, where he takes Shanna and 2 of his other friends to Ralph's so that they could have their own British bake-off. This one seemed chill and like it was actually going to live up to its title. Oh my god, an SDTV2 video that actually contains what the title says? You know, I got too comfortable with this. I got too comfortable watching it because I wasn't prepared when he said this.
We're teaming up, so me and Shanna, or Team Shanana.
Shanana.
Okay, and then we got Team Kate and Mike, so Team or which is racist, so it's perfect.
Yep, he somehow made it anti-Semitic. He recorded that, he cut his vlog, he saw it was there, he posted it. But out of all his hate speech, I noticed that a subject he kept returning to and was a real champion for is fat phobia. Like, fat phobia is the only social issue that Shane actually gives a flying fuck about. Here he is giving an inspirational speech about it from his closet.
I like fat people better than skinny people. Sorry, skinny people. I think fat people are more fun because they're not hungry.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this. He also had a series called Ask Shane on SDTV2, in which Shane would answer questions from his fans, his child fans, of course.
My next question is from Amy Gabriella, and she wants to know why I use the word pubic hair a lot.
And I'm not gonna dwell on this for too long, just because there's not that many episodes of it. But the first episode of Ask Shane was posted on June 14, 2010. And Shane once again collabed with Charlie Puth for the theme song of this.
Shane on Mondays.
You gotta love the way that he rubs his nipples at the end. Oh, you don't? My bad, sorry. I've only seen it happen 100 times now. But besides the opening theme song and the questions, something else that happens every single episode is Shane constantly clicking his tongue. And it's supposed to be cute and charming, but it makes me wish I had the nuclear launch codes. Anyways though, in the very first episode of this series, the first question he receives is from, in his words, a sexy underage fan.
First question comes from iPod Touchman 49. I don't get it. Oh well, he's sexy and underage, so I know you guys are gonna like him.
Who asks, if you could go back in time and do something, what would it be?
Go back in time, redo something? What would it be and why?
And Shane's response is to start YouTube earlier and have more fun in high school.
If I could go back in time, what would I do? I probably would have started YouTube earlier. I probably also would have spent more time having fun in high school.
Which is a very mild answer for what was just a shocking pedophile remark towards this child. Like, holy shit.
He's sexy and underage, so I know you guys are gonna like him.
He then ends the video by doing a terrible cover of Baby on his guitar for a full minute.
Oh, 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 oh.
But at that point, Shane hadn't fleshed out what Ask Shane truly would be. And in the second video, he started doing this annoying thing where each week he would dress up in a new costume.
And also, leave me a comment telling me what I should dress up as next week, because I'm kind of thinking about being in a costume. It's not Halloween, but I'm just kind of bored.
And he did a lot of costumes, you know, like Pikachu, Buzz Lightyear, Captain Jack Sparrow, this Teletubby. And Shane is constantly getting mad at his audience for wearing these costumes, but like he's the one who started it.
Hey guys, fuckers. Last week I asked you what I should be, and a lot of you said Tinky Winky. Then I found out Tinky Winky is a fucking gay Teletubby.
So it's just interesting, like, how are you gonna get mad at your fans for your own idea that you implemented? Ask Shane features quite a bit of racism and several instances of blackface, including the infamous Fresh Prince of Bel-Air spoof.
This is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air.
And Shane appears to be proud of his blackface in all instances.
Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, it is me, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How fly do I look? I mean, really. Cuckoo!
But especially in an Ask Shane video titled Meeting Miley, where he directly shows his audience his old clips from high school where he does blackface.
I've been making videos forever, even back when I was bigger. And my videos were just as crazy as they are now. Maybe a little crazier.
Yo, tell me I'm beautiful.
You're beautiful, Nookie.
Yes, that was me under all that chocolate pudding.
He explains that contextually, he made this video as part of an English project, and we're acting out a scene from a book called Their Eyes Are Watching God.
That was actually for English class when I was a senior, and we were doing our version of Their Eyes Were Watching God, which is a book about all black characters, and our teacher wanted us to reenact it, and my whole class was black, and I was the only white one, so chocolate pudding. And yes, the whole rest of the year the class referred to me as Puddin' Cup.
But he acts like this is just like a funny, wild thing to do. Just like a, what a wild flashback to my teenage years. Wow, I was so crazy back then. Also, 10 seconds after showing these clips from high school, he shows an underaged fan who submitted a video of themselves to him doing blackface as well.
Speaking of creepy pudding faces, this is one of the weirdest video responses I think I've ever gotten. And I don't know why, but it makes me laugh every time I see it.
Guess what? You're watching Ask Shane on Mondays.
And he finds this hilarious. In fact, he calls it brilliant.
I don't know what it means, but it's brilliant!
He's also constantly echoing strange opinions about people of color. Like, for example, there were several times where I heard him say he likes fat black people more than skinny black people.
And I love you guys no matter what size you are. And if you're black, I kind of like you fatter. Is that racist? I don't know. I like fat black people more than I like skinny black people. That's a little racist. If you're fat and black, tweet me.
Which again, to me, reads as him finding black people as a source of entertainment rather than just regular people.
If you're fat and black, tweet me.
It's also worth it to mention that his perviness and racism intersect. For example, in one episode of Ask Shane, a fan submits him a question in Spanish.
¿Te gusta el fútbol? ¿Y cuál es tu candidato favorito para ganar la Copa del Mundo?
Which he doesn't understand, so instead he dubs it over in English, writing this.
I don't really know Spanish, but I'm gonna try to guess what she's saying.
¿Te gusta el fútbol? ¿Y cuál es tu candidato favorito para ganar la Copa del Mundo?
That seems about right.
This girl is probably like 14. I mean, what else can I even say? He casually says the N-word.
Yo, Usher, where you at, man? What? I'm allowed to say that word? I have black friends.
That is terrifying.
But ultimately, SDTV2 would only last for a few years. And the final video was uploaded on April 3rd, 2013, titled Dare, Drink Pee, exclamation point.
Drink your own. I mean, really? Okay, I'm going to pee into a glass right now. I got a wine glass because I'm fancy.
Which is actually a video that you had to sign in with your age to watch. Which made me go, okay, This is some serious drinking. And it might be. In it, he peeks into a wine glass just barely out of the camera's view.
I'm really doing this right now. Oh shit, too much. I don't want to get drunk.
And although it sounds like he peed, his reaction to smelling it is on point.
All right, here it is. My Oh! Ho ho ho! Ooh! Why is it hot?
I don't think this video is real, simply because the piss is too clear.
All right, let's do this. Cheers. Clink. 1, 2, 3. Why does it burn?
Like, I do believe that Shane would drink his own pee. I just don't think he drinks water enough for it to look like this. But this wouldn't be Shane's only run-in with drinking piss. Oh no, he's a piss guy. He's made a multitude of references to it in his videos.
I mean, I have a glass of urine, if you want that. I'm just kidding, that's lemonade.
Or like this one where he points out that a yellow bottle of water behind him isn't a piss bottle.
That's not a bottle of my piss, I swear. Keyword being my piss.
Even though, if you zoom into it, you'll notice that there's some sort of berries on the front cover. So I'm pretty sure that this is a cranberry juice bottle. So whatever the fuck that's yellow inside and all foamy at the top is not that. He's simply lying, and we know he's lying because he actually admits to pissing in bottles and leaving them around his bed in a 2017 video titled Confronting My Dad.
I have a bottle of pee next to my bed.
In fact, this video reveals that piss bottles actually run in the family because Shane's dad admits that he pisses into jugs.
There's a jug right next to my bed right now, actually. I come out at night and I dump it behind the fireplace.
We're gonna do that together.
Yeah.
And stores them in his RV.
All right, show it to me. Where is it?
Inside the bed.
Oh my God. Oh, you've modified it? I have the same exact thing in my room.
I got the handle so I can reach in and grab it at night. I know where it's at.
Wow.
Worst thing is dropping it.
I love reconnecting with my family.
Like, ew, look at how filled this is. You're telling me he doesn't throw it away every morning at least?
Have you ever peed in one of your coffee cups and poured it down the sink?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I have.
That's what I do!
Like, there is a 100% weather forecast that it smells like piss in there.
My God.
And lest we forget how orange this looks, my brother in Christ, please drink water, Papa Shane. Oh my God.
I peed in it, put it back, went out, came back, and I was thirsty to grab it. Man, piss tastes really bad. It is bitter, it is gross.
Even his own friends have found out about this and were grossed out. But here's the thing, he has no shame. Here's Garrett Watts' reaction to finding a piss bottle in his bedroom.
Hey, what's in that bottle right there?
Shane, is that piss?
No.
Shane, is that piss?
Do you want me to test it?
Jesus, Shane, what is this?
It's Powerade. I was sick.
It's fucking piss. Dude.
Why don't you show...
You are so gross.
Ryland literally says he uses this instead of the toilet.
Seems like maybe you might have pissed into it because you were too lazy to get and go to the actual bathroom. Ryland, why do you let him do this?
I can't stop him. I've tried. He does it even instead of the toilet. He'll choose that instead of the toilet.
I can't believe you just made me smell piss. This isn't for the video, kids.
So it's not even like, oh crap, I have to go pee. It's the middle of the night. Like, no. He actively just wants to pee in a bottle.
And I have a really old Jeep that actually has spit and shit on the windows. And a Starbucks cup with pee in it.
Literal pee.
Actual... An actual... Ooh, I'm dehydrated.
And obviously that's gross, but this whole piss thing gets much more weird and much more dark. Like, if we take into account that there was a considerable amount of evidence that Shane has a piss kink, like, no kink shaming, okay, but this is important, okay, so just buckle in. So in another 2017 video, Ryland, Shane's future husband, was asked this.
What's the grossest thing that your boyfriend has ever actually asked you to do?
Pee on him.
And then later, when asked if he was being serious, Ryland confirms.
Did you pee on Shane?
Yes.
And then in a different video from this same time period, Shane literally begs for Ryland to piss in a diaper in front of him.
Go pee, pee.
No, I'm nervous.
Pee, baby, pee.
Do you actually want me to pee?
Yeah.
I'm peeing.
You are?
And he's very clearly into it.
Is he gonna leak?
I hear it. Oh my god, our gardeners are good.
Oh my god.
Ew!
Ew, you're squeezing my sorry.
Now, I find that a bit strange, but if it was just that, then it would be none of my business. Like, most of this would not matter if he didn't have a rich history of making piss jokes about kids. There are definitely a lot of examples of this, but here are just a few that I found on accident. I was not trying to discover that Shane has a pervy pee thing going on involving kids, but you know, you watch so many of these videos, you start picking up on things.
Or they could, you know, spit food on children, and it's hilarious. I mean, when I do that, I get arrested. Although instead of spitting food on children, urinating on them.
Then there's this deleted skit that he did about his teacher being a pedophile, where the teacher, played by Shane, pees on the character, also played by Shane, that is a child, and it is very uncomfortable.
Oh no, Mr. Shane! You got the question wrong. You know what that means. Yeah. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing up homebound.
But honestly, the worst example of this is in a video of him with Tana Mojo titled, "I peed on Shane Dawson. You wish this was clickbait."
What are we doing?
And the video starts out with Tana explaining that she was 17 when she met Shane.
When Shane and I met, I was 17, and it was just like a thing, like every single thing he said.
This sounds like the start of a really scary Tumblr post, and I don't like it.
And that every time Shane wanted to make a sexual joke or watch something sexual for a video, he'd be like, fuck, she's only 17.
But really, I was 17, and it was just like a thing, you know? Like, it was just everything I said. Like, if you said something in front of me that was like sexual, you'd be like, fuck, she's 17. If we were gonna watch horse porn, and you were like, oh my god, she's 17. And it was just like a struggle, you know? Yeah.
But now, as of today, she is freshly 18.
So now I'm 18, and today we're gonna do things that are...
I have a list of things that I want you to do now that you're 18.
So technically, they can do whatever she wants. And Shane has a whole list of things that he wants her to do.
Well, first things first, I think like the initiation process should be for you to see me naked. Feel like you're 18.
And important note about all of this, okay? This video was posted in 2016, meaning Shane was 27 when they first started hanging out. 27. That is a 10-year age gap. So let that be known, okay? But Shane begins negging her and jokingly shows her one of his pubes.
Well, I don't know if I want to show you everything, but I feel like I should show you like a piece of my body.
I'm terrified.
Or a pube. I have a pube in my hand. Do you want to see it?
Then he says that he wants to show her porn.
Number 2. So technically you aren't supposed to watch porn until you're 18.
Which she says that she's never really watched before.
I've literally, like, no, I've never seen porn.
What?
Like, maybe, like, once in life, like,
What
or
are
twice.
you talking about? Give me like a scenario or like something that you're into. What do you So here's some gay.
Okay, guys, I'm so excited. 18! The big 1-8! Yay!
18 guys for 8. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
So they end up watching some together, and look, this is already weird as fuck, but then guess what Shane brings up?
Have you ever drank pee? Or had somebody pee on you? You're 18.
He then tells her that he's had somebody pee on him as a sexual thing, to which she replies, that's amazing.
I had somebody pee on me once. It was a very... Yeah, it was a very...
That's insane! That's amazing!
And Shane is stoked on this. He goes, really? We should do it.
It is a life goal of mine. I'm so sorry, Mom, to piss on someone.
We should do it!
Can I piss on you?
Yes! Do you want to?
Shane, I will piss on you.
No, you can if you want.
He's clearly very excited about this idea and asks if she's ever had sex with a YouTuber.
Wait,
Shane's gonna take my...
Have you ever had sex with a YouTuber? Who?
No, no one.
And Tana says yes, but she won't say with who.
Give me a hand.
Okay, so he's been on YouTube for a long time.
Okay.
He's He makes a lot of videos. He uploads all the time.
First of all, to be practically suggesting that you two have sex with each other is ew. Secondly, it's so weird watching this in 2025, knowing exactly who Tana is talking about. You know, motherfucking Cody Co.
I also understand if your opinion of me has potentially changed over the last few months.
But that just goes to show how much older men were trying to take advantage of her around this time. Anyways though, a couple minutes later, as the title promises, Tana gets on top of Shane while declaring that she's 18.
What are we doing?
18.
Okay, 18.
And then, I'm not shitting you, literally pee on him.
Oh, you're peeing.
It like almost came out.
Oh my god, you're peeing. I felt it. Guys, I got peed on by Tina Mojo.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Like, this should have been grounds to get him kicked off of YouTube. 28 with a barely 18-year-old? No, this is fucking disgusting. And weirdly enough, this video is still up on Tana's page to this day, which really makes me wonder, is this still up as some sort of form of proof or validation that Shane is a weird pervert? Who's to say? But I just found this pattern to be incredibly troubling. Anyways though, sometime around May 10th, 2015, Shane would mysteriously rebrand Shane Dawson TV 2 into the human emoji and changed his YouTube banner to this. And people noticed this, of course, because first of all, it's grotesque looking, and everybody was wondering, like, what are the plans for this channel? You know, why would he change it? What was his big secret? And is this the human emoji? Well, scientists were moving quickly to figure this out, but he would eventually explain in a video titled Reading Dirty DMs from Fans 2, claiming it was for a secret project he was working on.
Why the hell is your channel's name Human Emoji? What's going on? Well, some of you might have noticed that my second channel has a new name. I don't know, it might be a secret project I'm working on. Human Emoji is a title of something that I'm working on. I'll tell you more later.
He also says the profile picture for the channel was supposed to be a poop emoji, but that YouTube wouldn't let him change it.
Also, it's supposed to be a poop emoji, but for some reason YouTube wouldn't let me, so now it's just a scared face. Which isn't that far away from a poop emoji if you're me and you have bowel issues.
So what did this top secret human emoji project end up being? Well, I personally imagined emojis in a Frankenstein laboratory, but we may never know because nothing actually ever came of it. And Shane abandoned his human emoji channel.
I'll tell you more later.
Until he rebranded it again into his new podcast channel, Shane 2. Something hairy that we'll definitely get into later in the series. But for now, this is where SDTV2 ended. Shane's iPhone channel. On April 28th, 2010, Shane created yet another channel, Shane's iPhone. And this one was for filming vlogs specifically that were just from his phone.
This is my new channel. Welcome. It's my iPhone channel, and it's gonna be stupid, and it's gonna be videos. Subscribe if you want. Don't if you don't want to.
It was a self-promoted, shitty channel that nobody should subscribe to.
But I have a new channel I'm working on, and it's really stupid, and you shouldn't even subscribe to it. It sucks. Well, that's not a good pitch.
Quick side note, by the way, I found somebody on TikTok who had this particular video downloaded to their iPod in 2010.
So what do you guys think Jared's ghetto girl name should be? Leave me a comment. And if you're black, even better. Give me some really black names. If you're black, even better.
And I felt really cool that I uncovered the entire original thing.
P.S. I'm trying to get Jared to do a ghetto girl character, because I think that would be really funny to see him in a ghetto wig with some makeup. What do you guys think? Jared,
I don't fuck with cornrows.
A cornrow wig, Jared.
Oh, I be wearing a cornrow wig.
All my black girl fans out there are like, oh no.
But anyways, these videos were literally just like over glorified Instagram stories because most of them were recorded portrait mode and were only 2 to 4 minutes. They were also extremely clickbaity. Take this 1 minute 43-second video, for example, that is titled Eating Condoms? What? In this video, he asks us a would you rather.
Would you rather chew on a used condom
as gum for an hour, or suck a pig fetus for 10 minutes.
And while Shane chooses the correct answer, the pig fetus, obviously, his reasoning makes no sense to me.
I would do the pig fetus. I mean, a used condom, you don't even know who that's from. I mean, if it was my own, that'd be different, but a pig fetus is kind of like, it's a pig's ass. It's like Lunchables, except ass.
He then starts spinning in a circle. He is addicted. I mean addicted to spinning in circles in these videos.
I am spinning circles because I am getting sick. Hey, let's go in a circle. Not again. Alright, I'm gonna go. See you guys later. Let's spin for a second. There we go.
In another one of these videos titled Acid Trip at VidCon,
I just wanted to make a little video telling you guys how it went.
he talks about how he did 4 hours worth of meet and greets and that his lips are chapped from giving you guys kisses all day. Ew.
Probably like 1,000 of you guys gave you guys hugs and kisses. You could see my lips are super chapped. See that? It's because I was giving kisses all day. And I would have ran out and done it for another 4 hours, so.
Foreshadowing? Foreshadowing? We also learned that Shane does not know how to use an iPhone camera.
I think I'm looking in the right place, am I? Yeah, alright, there it is. Because last night I made a video and I was totally looking on this side the whole time, so it just looks like I'm like cockeyed. That's where, okay.
Like he filmed an entire video where he wasn't looking into the camera and still has to check on himself.
That's where, okay.
And like, hey, it's 2010 and iPhones are still new, and it would make sense for the average person to fumble up on something like this. But Shane uses a regular camera every single day of his life. So like, why is he confused? The iPhone 4 had 1 lens, okay? What is Buddy doing now that there's 4 lenses? But this video in particular ends with him apologizing to everyone who may not have had a chance to come to the meet and greet, and that if they see him in person, that they can rape him.
If you guys see me in LA walking around, just fucking run up and hug me and rape the shit out of me and because you deserve it and I deserve it.
Again, and as always, watering down something as serious as rape into a joke for his child viewers. But, you know, okay, how does this man go to sleep peacefully at night? I'm trying to figure that out, especially now that he has children of his own. But other Shane's iPhone videos will be something like playing Bean Boozled in his car.
Oh, well, the game is kind of retarded, so just ignore that. But oh, is it barf? Is it barf?
What is it? Oh my god.
It's barf, right? Here, clean it up with some baby wipes.
Or talking to his dog.
I love you guys. You guys are so awesome. Oh, nope. Well, that's about it today.
It really doesn't matter because the thumbnail will look like this. But moving on, okay? Around this time period, Shane would start a series called Hang with Shane, where he intended to post a vlog every day for the rest of the year.
Hey you guys, what is up? It is day 1 of my vlogging every single day for the rest of the year.
And the only real difference between these vlogs and the previous iPhone videos is that they're a longer format, with most of them ranging from around 10 to 18 minutes long. And that is unfortunate, because when you hear that Shane is posting an unfiltered vlog every day for an entire year, you could really only imagine the horrors that await you, and your teeth may begin to chatter like SpongeBob. And before we move any further, I would just like to draw some attention to Shane's chin in this image. It really scares me and it really rumples the whole house boots down. But anyways, Shane would create a theme song for this series that would eventually become a reoccurring segment that had a different fan covering it each episode. Here is the song in its fetal stages of development.
Oh, when you're bored as fuck, well, you're in luck because you're hanging with Shane. Yeah. Oh. I felt like it needed a little something at the end.
And here are some examples of dedicated fan covers that he'd use as intros.
Are you bored as f***? Well, you're in luck because you're hanging with Shane today.
Sometimes they'd be sweet and subtle like this.
Well, you're in luck because you're hanging with Shane today.
Sometimes they would be submitted by racists.
Are you bored as fuck? Well, you're in luck, 'cause you're hanging with Shane, with Mom and Jared too. Also the black girl and the Jew.
And sometimes they would even be submitted by a dog.
If you're bored as fuck, then you're in luck, 'cause you're hanging with Shane.
And listen, I don't even think I really need to say this, but he would clickbait all of these vlogs. Like, look at this one titled Shaving My Head. This video is 10 minutes and 30 seconds. And guess what he doesn't do within those 10 minutes and 30 seconds? Shave his head. He just says he wishes he could, but he can't because he has a racist face.
I want to be able to pull off a shaved head. I wouldn't be able to do it. I have a very racist face.
Truest shit he ever said. But his other reasoning is that he has a mole on the back of his head that looks like a swastika.
And the mole I have on the back of my head that looks like a swastika.
Which I have to say, serious question, how can a mole remotely look like a swastika? And how do you even know you have a mole on the back of your head? Are you stupid? But his face would soon prove to live up to the racist hype, because he says that he and his friends came up with a new slur, one that they could use instead of the N-word. Parentheses, since he could get in trouble for saying that.
I made up a word a couple weeks ago because we were trying to figure out a new racist term that we could use all the time, like the N-word, except for not get in trouble for it, because surprisingly enough, if you shout the N-word outside, you could get in trouble.
And I don't know why he felt the need to come up with this new slur, because he has no problem saying them like all the time.
I enjoyed the humor of the gay people. Especially the Negro gay people. Is that racist? Negro? That's not racist, right? I mean, I just didn't want to say black. I feel like that's more racist. I should have said black. Can we go back in time? Okay.
But I digress, okay? This new word is called gark.
Gark. G-A-R-K. Gark.
He says he and his friends have been saying this about everyone.
Now, let me put it in a sentence. No, you get out of my liquor store. We don't allow garks in here. Okay, not to be racist, but like, what's up with garks? Am I right?
And that it's okay because he says it about white people too.
So we've been shouting gark at just basically everybody, even white people.
In a different hang with Shane titled Getting a Tattoo, Shane does a lot of things, but not a single one of them is getting a tattoo. Instead, he and his girlfriend go to Universal City Walk and bump into a child who is on the Disney Channel show Ant Farm, a show that Shane at 23 years old apparently watches.
So we were at the City Walk, of course. I love this place. I watch a show called Ant Farm on Disney Channel. Don't judge me. But the kid from it is right there. Oh my god.
And he fans out over this tiny kid who is adorable. Like he needs to run far, far away from this man.
He's fucking here! Oh my god! Okay, I'm not kidding right now, and I know I'm 23 and this is really creepy, and I'm a lot taller than you, but like, I actually really like Ant Farm. It's really funny. Like, it's funny. Like, yeah, like I laugh.
But Shane keeps mentioning how uncomfortable it is that they're talking to each other.
You all love him. I know you do. I love him. This is getting uncomfortable, but it's okay.
And newsflash, it is. This conversation feels weird. Lisa then jokes that it's a romantic Saturday.
It's just like a... It's a romantic Saturday. It's a romantic Saturday.
Saturday night! Woo!
Shane proceeds to get a picture with the kid and then writes sexy Saturday night over it. Then him and Lisa go on a little racist adventure to buy fake grills and talk to each other in a black scent.
Go what, motherfucker! Y'all gotta go sleep like 10.
It really feels racially charged to say that these characters they're playing are crackheads, but it's like Shane says, he has a racist face. So clearly he's gotta have a racist attitude to match that. And as far as the tattoo aspect goes, Shane says he's gonna get a really hard gangster tattoo on his arm.
So continuing my night of manliness, I'm here getting a motherfucking tattoo. Okay. You know, I'm thinking about getting something hard, like a flamingo or a penguin with a balloon. You know, some gangsters fuck.
But instead, him and Lisa get hearts stenciled onto their wrists to promote not cutting yourself.
Lisa is getting a heart because she is promoting not cutting. She made a video where she said, instead of cutting yourself, put a heart on your wrist and do something creative with your life and do something you like doing.
And I kind of feel the same way, because I know a lot of you guys out there are dealing with self-harm and you're depressed and stuff, so put a fucking heart on your wrist.
Wow, aren't they just so giving and charitable? Like, they really do care about the youth, don't they? But this video ends with Shane at home making out with a Justin Bieber poster.
Why you in my bed, baby? I knew you would be waiting for me. Oh, Justin, you make me crazy.
And FYI, in 2012, Justin Bieber was freshly 18, so nothing technically illegal, but nonetheless very creepy. I've come to find that Shane loves barely legal people. But let's switch things up, okay? Let me show you this image deep within the Hang with Shane vault, straight from my personal collection. You're probably wondering what you're looking at right now. And no, it's okay. It's not what you think. But go ahead and take a wild guess. I'll wait. And you know what? I'll even throw in a little hint. It's deep, hairy, full of lint. And if you reach deep inside, you'll find the racist fetus that feeds Shane all of his jokes.
You just came out of my belly button. What'd you see in there? Probably lots of hair, lint, tears.
But for real, how is all this lint inside your belly button? Has he ever cleaned it? I have my doubts. But demented belly button aside, there's just so many different offenses in these vlogs. Like, for example, in this one, Shane says he's going to his friend's house who doesn't like to be filmed. So he's going to attempt to vlog rape her.
It's gonna be a hardcore vlog rape. I hope there's lots of blood. And it failed. My attempt at vlog rape didn't succeed.
But that he's now found somebody that he could successfully rape.
But I did succeed at finding somebody to rape.
It's gross, it's unfunny, it's horrendous. In fact, it's worse than horrendous. Like, why talk like that to people? It genuinely pisses me off how casually he uses that word.
Playing board games and hanging out, not really doing anything too crazy. I mean, unless you call raping and murdering a 12-year-old Guatemalan crazy, then call me crazy. No, we didn't do that. I'm pretty sure she was Cuban.
How do you laugh about any of this? But the last Hang with Shane vlog that he would post, at least from what I could find, was titled Text Message Breakup, which was his 154th vlog.
Hey guys.
And the question of the day for his fans was whether or not he should continue making these.
I'm kind of starting to think about quitting daily vlogs.
And that the reason he wants to stop is that the views are going down steadily every day.
I feel like maybe it's a little too much, Shane. The views on my daily vlogs are going down. Like, they were getting like 500,000 views and now they're getting like 100,000 views, and which I don't care. I'm not like obsessed with numbers or anything. But I feel like that kind of tells me that maybe people don't want to see me every single day and it's a little too much.
And you know, maybe people are tired of him because these videos are so low effort.
And my main channel videos aren't doing as well, and I'm like, well, maybe because people are tired of me. Like, maybe I should kind of go away for a little while. And
this is shockingly very self-aware.
Should I keep doing daily vlogs? What do you think? Be honest. Should I quit? Like, should I just do like 1 or 2 iPhone videos a week? I don't know, maybe just like a couple minutes, not 10 minutes like these are.
But people were upset about this because, like I said, he had originally claimed he was going to film a vlog every single day of the year. I watch them every day. I love the long ones. You promised you would until the year ended. Sad face, crying face. You cheer me up and I love your friends and family. I wish I knew you guys in real life. I'm not a 12-year-old little girl, but I really appreciate everything you do for your fans. I love you, Shane. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. Don't lose hope. Don't stop the daily vlogs. I haven't missed one. There's something to look forward to, and if you stop, I'll be lost. More daily vlogs. No, I want Shanna, Lauren, Lisa, Shane, no. But the death of these vlogs would occur in the literal next video, which was titled No More Daily Vlogs.
Oh, hey. Just a second.
it's cocaine. Okay.
Where he explains that he wants to shift more towards scripted and high-quality content.
I'm trying to do things that are more entertaining and more, you know, they're 15 minutes of just me blabbering. So here's the plan. I want to have like a fun video series where it's kind of like Hanging with Shane, but it's more edited. There's music, there's like fun little montages. That's the plan. Do you guys like the plan? Do you hate the plan?
He also begs for them to not dislike this video.
I love you guys. I will see you all the time on this channel, so don't unsubscribe, don't get all pissed, don't thumbs down and all that bullshit.
But clearly nobody listened because he nearly gets ratioed with dislikes. Also, what the fuck is this comment? I told you I would miss the long daily vlogs, and it seems like all your real fans like them best too. We are all growing up too, Shane. We really have longer attention spans as we get older. You really don't want 12-year-olds as your fan base, do you? I mean, I might, but I'm a little twisted.
What the fuck?
I think the real reason your views went down is whatever YouTube did to lower the views. Keep talking, Shane, because we're all listening. Posted by Bitch Pig. 28 likes. Okay. The fact that a child or a pedophile who wrote this got top comment is truly something else. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was that a child who wrote that or a The spelling errors say child. The creepy factor screams you know what. But you might be asking, what were these new videos that Shane was hyping up?
Fun video series where it's kind of like Hanging with Shane, but it's more edited. There's music, there's like fun little montages.
After all, this was supposed to be his new era for the iPhone channel. The heavily edited quality over quantity comeback that nobody had asked for. Were these videos groundbreaking? Cinematic? Were they worth the sacrifice of the daily vlogs? No. Not much changed at all, actually. Besides this new cursed background of himself flying through space, pushing a unicorn girl in a wheelchair.
I can show you the world. Show you everything out there. This is so offensive in so many ways, and I love it.
Like Shane's old daily vlogs, the new vlogs were still just clickbaity 5-minute videos. Like this one, for example, titled Raped by Shrek. It's only 4 minutes long, and he basically just says that he wants to get skinny because he's filming his music video for Fuck Up in a few days.
So I am doing this thing basically because my Fuck Up music video is coming up in 3 or 4 days, and I just want to look good. And listen, I don't think I'm fat or anything, but I just want to feel healthy, and I feel like lately I've been picking at things and whatever, so
he's trying to do a juice cleanse. Why does this video title have anything to do with Shrek? Well, because he simply mentions Shrek one time.
It's called the Big Greenie, so I'm hoping it tastes like Shrek's dick, and I'm sure it will.
At least he gives Bieber a sip before his first swig, I guess.
One for Bieber, and one for me.
But the remaining 2 minutes of this video are spent taking his dog Corny to the vet, where they found out that she has a parasite that's causing her to have diarrhea, which Shane says she probably got from him.
Now we're gonna go home, I'm gonna take care of Corny all day, and then I'll probably fall asleep with her next to me licking my hole, which is probably how she got this disease in the first place.
Absolutely. And then he wraps this video up with a nice little bow by being racist with Lisa.
What celebrity butthole would you want to lick? I'd want to lick Queen Latifah's, because I feel like you wouldn't know what's poop, what's makeup, what's skin, what's chocolate. You don't know what's going on in there.
So yeah, conclusively, this video has nothing to do with being raped by Shrek. So if I could gently ask, what the actual fuck is this thumbnail? Why did he give Shrek a nose ring? Why has he been eating buckets of blood? I'm just interested in this thought process. Another amazing example of this thumbnail process is this video here titled Elmo is Evil! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This is a vlog of him and his brother in New York going to see the bakery from the show Cake Boss.
We're in New York, and guess where we're going today, motherfucker?
Cake boss.
Cake boss.
Oh my god, I have entered Paris Hilton's bedroom and I'm gonna vomit.
A show that he is apparently such a big fan of that he's having a panic attack about it.
I'm about to have a heart attack. A seizure. I just terrified all these people behind me, but I don't care!
Seeing that bakery and like going in there, because I've seen every single episode of that show. So like walking in there, like I freaked the fuck out. Like I had like a full-on panic attack. Like.
And the only Elmo-related thing that happens in the whole video is this.
Elmo! Elmo! Over here!
Guys, I give up. Elmo is evil. Fuck. Fuck my stupid Big Chungus life. Other honorable clickbait mentions are stuffed animal orgy and boner in public. You guessed it, nothing of the sort happens in either one of those videos. And sieving through all this nonsense was hell. However, I, hypothetically, may have found one that is pretty significant. A vlog that is titled Bloody Mary, where he would film his friends at his house trying to, you know, summon Bloody Mary. He says he was feeling inspired to make a scary video because they just watched Paranormal Activity 3 and claims that this happened.
So we just saw Paranormal Activity 3, which, whatever. My favorite part was the guy farting behind me and the Mexican girl next to me getting fingered. During the movie, all I heard was...
I find Shane interesting, like an amoeba underneath a microscope. If you zoom in, you might notice that he's just lying all the time. His friends don't even back him up on this. They just laugh awkwardly or stand there because this simply didn't happen. And if the point is that it didn't happen, then it doesn't matter because it's not funny. But anyways, he only learned one thing from Paranormal Activity 3, and it's that Bloody Mary is scary. Woo!
So the one thing I learned from the movie is Bloody Mary is scary. So I thought, why don't we play it?
So they head to the bathroom, they turn off the lights, and say Bloody Mary 3 times.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
And obviously nothing happens. In fact, the actual scary thing is another one of Shane's jokes.
What's your favorite Halloween game?
Bloody Mary.
Kids. Molesting kids.
Other than this extremely disgusting joke, this video might not seem very noteworthy. However, this is his very first spooky, documentary, horror-esque style video. Something that in just a few years he would be a pioneer of.
Yes, we are by the fire because it's another night of horror.
You know, classic haunted theories exposed. So, coincidence? I think not. But soon enough, this channel would be transformed into Shane, which is his main channel that he currently uses today. And we'll be diving into Shane's era of scary documentaries and conspiracy theories later in the series. But for now, let's talk about award season for this man. Because unfortunately, in 2010, he was being decorated with badges of honor. Okay, it is true that the devil works hard, but Shane might have been working harder. On May 18th, 2010, he won a Streamy Award, which was presented to him by Ryan Higa and David Henry. Yes, David fucking Henry, like from Wizards of Waverly Place. And it would be announced that Shane was the best vlogger.
Oh yeah! Nice. Thunderous applause. And the Streamy goes to... Shane Dawson! Yeah!
And just watch the way he walks up there. Oh yeah, that's the classic Shane Dawson walk. In his acceptance speech, he would thank God for not hating him even though he has a dirty mouth.
Wow! Holy crap! I just want to thank, obviously, God for not hating me even though I have a very dirty mouth. And,
And, of course, all of his enablers.
my mom and my brother who's over there.
and all my YouTube friends who have supported me and...
Listen, I don't even want to know what God thinks about this man. I don't think he does either. The devil would even be kind of embarrassed to be associated with him. Shane would also be nominated for a Teen's Choice Award for Choice Web Star. And tons of fans were stoked on this. A lot of them were making their own videos to promote voting for him.
Hey everybody, I'm just here to help out a YouTuber I highly support, Shane Dawson, for the Teen Choice Awards.
Okay, we're about to vote for Shane Dawson on here.
Vote for Shane Dawson for Teen Choice Awards.
Okay, there's Fred.
Between him, Fred, Justine, Charles Trippy, Grayson Chance.
There's that one dude that could play the piano.
Like, I know he's running against Justine. I mean, IJ's good, but I like Shane Dawson better.
Justine. Shane.
Because I think Shane Dawson's more down to earth, you know? Frickin' Shane Dawson. He's a god.
So the Teen Choice Awards are coming up, and you guys all know that, Shane freaking Dawson got nominated!
But this would soon become controversial, and due to his fans' dismay, his win was not featured in the awards ceremony. He talks about it in Ask Shane episode 9.
I'm wearing a vest and I have a rash on my mouth. That can only mean one thing. I'm dressed up like the Jonas Brothers! No, I'm just kidding. I actually went to the Teen Choice Awards.
Where he says he didn't think that he would win because he thought the award would go to Grayson Chance. For nefarious reasons, of course.
So I just found out that I won the Teen Choice Award for Choice Web Star. I'm in shock, because I thought that little fucker Grayson had it in the bag. I mean, come on. He's cute, sexy, gorgeous. Did I say cute?
This was Grayson Chance in 2010, by the way. But anyways, Shane explains that he went to the award ceremony with other YouTubers like Justine, and that they were all waiting to give his acceptance speech, but ended up just never being called to the stage.
We were all sitting there, all the YouTubers, and we're like waiting, and it's like, nope, but whatever. I don't hold a grudge. At least they invited us.
And if you've ever watched the Teen Choice Awards, you'd have noticed that all the winners get a cool surfboard. Everyone wanted one of these when I was a kid. It's iconic as fuck, and like, I mean, if I had one of these bad boys, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I'd be getting pitted by the waves. But in Shane's case, he unfortunately never received his surfboard like everyone else. And his fans were very upset by this, so much so that they made a petition to get Shane his surfboard, which he still never received. And I mean, good, because he doesn't deserve one.
I mean, come on. He's cute, sexy, gorgeous. Did I say cute?
But he finishes off this video by thanking his audience and says that he never wants to make fans feel like he's above them, or that they can't come up to him and, you know.
Like, I never want to make you guys feel like I'm above you. I never want you to feel like you can't run up and me. I'm here for the rain, baby. Let's do it. I'm still the huggable, rainable Shane. Probably shouldn't have said that.
So yeah, thank you child entertainment industry for giving an award to a pedophile. Of course it wouldn't be the first time.
It's hard to put into words what Dan has done for all of us.
Wow, thank you so much.
Between 2009 and 2012, Shane would do a series of live tours, and these events were marketed as fun opportunities to see the king of YouTube comedy live and in the flesh.
Hold on. Why are you guys all here to see me?
However, his live shows came with a very uncomfortable asterisk, because after the show, he would do fan meets. And Shane wasn't just handing out hugs and autographs. Oh no.
That went well. Now we're gonna go do a meet and greet, so I'm sure I'm gonna motorboat a lot of underage bitches. I'm sure Lauren's gonna get a lot of peen.
Oh god, again?
I also got a stuffed animal of a sperm from a 12-year-old.
Because according to multiple first-hand accounts and footage that we were able to gather, these meet and greets almost always involved some amount of inappropriate interactions, both physically and verbally. Like, the amount of evidence is staggering. It literally lands in "this should have been in a Dateline" episode territory. And I'm going to blur these children's faces, of course, but I just wanted to give you a warning that this section gets very uncomfortable. So feel free to skip this chapter if you would like to have a good resolution to your day. But if you're like me, who just has to know the truth, no matter how crazy or horrible it is, then let's continue. Firstly, we have inappropriate photos. We have this picture of Shane proposing to this little girl. We have Shane making inappropriate faces with a little girl. Many such inappropriate poses. And such. You get the point. Oh my god, there's a huge fucking spider there. And then there's also this one, which is probably one of the worst. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to hold a baby, but it definitely seems a little weird to hold a baby like this with a caption like that. Just met my youngest viewer. I'm ruining the youth. I don't know, like if you were to give me a multiple choice, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, how do you hold a baby? I would have never thought about doing it this way. I just kind of think it's perverted coming from him. But the video evidence takes things much, much further.
Wow. Punch the camera.
I'll be right back.
Like, there are many instances of him being way too touchy-feely with young fans and being way too suggestive. Such as this time, where he brings a young girl on stage at VidCon, kisses her on the cheek, and then says, "I'm tired of waiting."
Pull back your hair. Pull back your hair. Hold on. Ready? Let's just do it slowly. I don't want to wait anymore.
All while attempting to put his legs on top of hers. There's also tons of videos like this.
That's gonna be bad.
Or times like this, where he'll let a young girl pet his hair before kissing her on the cheek.
Oh, you're filming it?
Yeah. It is really good hair.
I have tons of cheek kissing footage. And a video of him pretending to make out with a 12-year-old.
Will you marry me?
How old are you?
12.
That's already bad enough, okay? But you know what the hell else I have? Concrete evidence of Shane Dawson in his 20s actually kissing 12-year-olds on the lips. Some of these people have even come forward. Like in 2020, a former fan uploaded a video that was taken in October of 2011 at a New York City AMC theater where he, at age 23, kisses her.
All right, 3, 2. Okay, I think I missed.
12. Did I mention that she was 12? And this isn't some crazy buried thing either. There's literally compilations of this online.
In your mouth?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Just casual, videos of him breaking the law by being a pedophile. But a really creepy and more obscure video that we found of Shane at one of his fan meets was a video posted on his iPhone channel in 2011 titled Motorboating Virgin. And just from that title alone, you might be a little bit scared right now. It is scary, okay? Newsflash, the only time Shane's videos aren't clickbait is when he's being a pedophile. And there may be some clips of this video somewhere, but I was unable to find any, and it was completely unavailable on the Wayback Machine. So this is one of those videos where YTDLP really came in clutch. Thank you to our overlord YTDLP. The video opens with Shane in a hotel room.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm here in my hotel room.
And although I can't find any evidence of this particular thing actually happening, happening? Shane says he's there because his movie, air quotes, called Friends Forever, screened at AMC Empire 25 in New York.
So yes, so we just got back from the Friday screening of the movie, and it went really cool. I got to meet a bunch of you guys.
Now, Shane being creepy at a movie theater, I understand. But why would they screen this shitty-ass YouTube video? Because that's what it is. It's most definitely not a movie. First of all, it's only 22 minutes long. I'm not saying short films don't exist, but not when they're like this.
Maybe now he'll find some new friends. Hopefully big, creepy, hairy ones with rape eyes.
But anyways, he's like, listen, you guys, this was awesome. I'm gonna show you a clip from my fan meet last night.
Here's just a little clip of what happens if you come.
And that quote, what you're about to see is going to send him to jail.
Oh Lord, I'm going to jail.
That's his quote, not mine. But he shows himself at this fan meet, and there's of course this long line of super young girls trying to meet him, and one of them apparently asked Shane to motorboat her.
And this lovely, what's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie wants me to motorboat her.
To which Shane claims that he told her no until he found out that she's 23. Allegedly.
I said no, but she said she's 23, so I said fuck yeah.
So he does it. And we have no way to actually verify this girl's age as being 23 other than Shane's word for it, which, according to history, does not mean much. But what we do have to go off of is this clip of Shane at another fan meet where he says he's going to quote,
That went well, now we're gonna go do a meet and greet, so I'm sure I'm gonna motorboat a lot of underage bitches.
And as one fan in the comments of this motorboating video points out, the girl actually shakes her head when he says she's 23.
I said no, but she said she's 23, so I said fuck yeah.
Even his own fans were making jokes about this. She said she's 23 after the motorboat. I'm actually 16. Surprise, you're going to jail.
Oh Lord, I'm going to jail.
I mean, the evidence is just kind of stacking up in a direction that doesn't look good, okay? Because he also has, on film, been documented knowingly signing 17-year-olds' breasts.
No. Guys, I'm gonna sign a boob. I'm signing a boob. I'm signing a boob. How old are you?
17.
I'm signing a boob with clothes over it. Ready? It's a Shane and Friends shirt, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, first boob of the day. Right on the nip.
And again, this really isn't a secret because Shane was incredibly open about these crimes. And yes, I'm saying crimes because I do believe that technically all of this stuff falls under harassment of minors. Something that could get you a couple years in jail. It's actually incredible how flippant he is about this. Here he is admitting in front of his girlfriend to kissing 5 underaged fans.
Has a fangirl ever tried to kiss you?
Yes, and I have kissed about 5 different 12-year-olds. Tongue.
I'm into it.
There's many such examples of him just casually mentioning that, oh, I'm gonna go to jail for this. I'm gonna go to jail for what I did today at this meetup.
Oh Lord, I'm going to jail.
Not to mention, there is a podcast clip where he talks about how much his fans want to fuck him.
It was right after a meet and greet. I was kissing a lot of fans on the lips.
I saw that. Balls.
Yeah, I was out of it.
Baller.
I was like, do you have fans who want to fuck you? Like, but young?
I'm not sure.
That's the thing. Like, I get a lot of these young girls, like 12. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, shove a cock in my mouth, like all this stuff. And I see the tweets, and then I meet them in person, and they'll like grab my butt, and I'll hear them like, I touched his ass. Oh, I want him to fuck my pussy or whatever.
And then actually describes a scenario in detail about what he would do and what would happen if he actually went through with having sex with an underage fan.
Like, what if a fan comes up and they're like 12? It's about to get real. They're like 12, and they're like, oh, Shane, I want to suck my dick and suck my pussy or whatever. And then what if I looked at them and what if I was like, all right, I gave them a hotel key. And I'm like, let's fucking do it. Would they go through with
Would
it?
they show up?
Also,
that needs to be a video.
I feel like
down.
you would get arrested though.
Well, no,
like,
no.
For even,
but
you would never let it get to that point.
Well, here's the point I let it get to.
Everyone before everyone gets offended. Just
this is all hypothetical, so calm down.
Yeah,
chill out, Lacey Green.
Shane's here.
So
okay?
I lay. Say it. She lays down, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's 12. Imagine your 12-year-old self. Go back in your brain.
God.
Right? So imagine like you're laying your 12-year-old self, and then a fucking hairy Shane Dawson with his fucking hairy man body, 26, fucking crawls up on the bed. And it's like, all right, let me get my.
How do you talk about laying down even a hypothetical child? And I'm sure there's a ton more that happened off camera, because I mean, I could only imagine this is what he's saying to an audience of millions of people, just telling them what he's doing. So I'll say this, okay? If you or someone you know has had an inappropriate experience with Shane Dawson, I'm interested in hearing your story. Whether or not you want to share that publicly, like, I just think it would be very interesting to know how much is out there that has just never before been documented. Of course, only if you want to share such a thing with me, but I truly do think it would be interesting to hear from people that have direct experience with this. But let's go ahead and move on to the 2011 era, and let's talk about Shanna Malcolm. Shane would meet Shanna Malcolm in late 2011 and begin a strange, problematic, yet symbiotic relationship. One that would ultimately result in her dreams being crushed, amongst other things.
Honestly, guys, every time I come home, I think to myself, why did I move to America again? Like, for serious. Why did I move to America again? Oh yeah, I want to be an actress.
The two would meet during auditions for the movie Smiley, and seemingly overnight, Shanna would become a staple on Shane's channel. Now, I couldn't find their first ever video together just because of how disorganized it is looking for videos on the Wayback Machine. I literally just pray that there is a relevant video suggested in the sidebar each and every time, so I can't definitively say what their first collaboration was like. But what I can tell you is that from the start of their friendship, they brought out the absolute worst in each other, and Shane, unsurprisingly, took her friendship as an opportunity to make her the butt of so many racist jokes.
This pie is so good, Monkey Woman.
My name is not Monkey Woman.
I know that. It's a nickname, like Hottie, Monkey Woman. Now you're just bragging, nigga, bitch.
Hey, look, they also sent me Shanna. Wait a minute, so quiet. You're not Shanna, and your hair's real. Oh, this really isn't Shanna.
I've been singing Shanna's song all night.
The word of the day is
And this is just another example of awful behavior from Shane, of course, but the lines get blurred because of just how much Shanna helps him be racist.
That's a little too soon.
Yeah, like,
and a little racial.
Like, okay,
we
Nigasa
close
comes
like
like 2 months later, Nick comes like 6 months later,
And notice,
then,
he the only one I done said can call me that shit.
and now I can't stop.
And openly participates in his edgy jokes with his incredibly young fans.
You just got a 15-year-old to say nigga bitch.
Listen,
and she's
you
not
need to
black.
know something.
A really good example of them feeding off of each other's toxic energy is when they would do a segment together called Shanane and Shanna on the Streets. And during one of these videos, Shane and Shanna run around Hollywood interviewing people.
What grade are you in?
7th.
7th. Yeah, I was pregnant by then.
And asking both adults and kids to read inappropriate passages from 50 Shades of Grey.
Suddenly, he sits up and tugs my panties off and throws them on the floor. Pulling off his boxer briefs, his erection springs free.
Yes, they are approaching kids and having them read smut. And one of these girls that reads a passage says that she's 14, to which Shane replies,
Pulling off his boxer briefs, his erection springs free.
Now, what do you think? How old are you again?
14.
So you've experienced this.
This clearly made her uncomfortable, but I guess that's the point of the joke, isn't it? They also interview a young Latina girl and inquire about how old she is, to which she replies, 13.
We are here with a Latino version of the girl from Paramore.
How old is you anyway?
13.
Which causes Shane to stare at her chest and say, I don't buy it.
You 13, okay.
I don't buy it.
Shanna participating in something like this without being disgusted speaks volumes, quite frankly. The way he does it too, where he actually puts his face close to her chest to look, it's just awful. And look, I'm not trying to just throw Shanna under the bus. Oh, I'm throwing everyone under the bus. Trust me, we're all going under. But it's not just Shane creeping on children in front of her. They're also both racist to children, right to their face. Like when they interview a young Asian girl who says she's from Napa.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, where are you from?
I'm from Napa, or near Napa.
Is that in China?
No, in California.
Oh.
No. Disappointed.
He also asks her if making Asian eyes for pictures is offensive.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I take a picture of myself, I like to do Asian eyes. Is that offensive?
And then he and Shanna both just do it before waiting for her response.
Is that offensive? Asian eyes!
With that hesitation alone, letting me know that she was indeed uncomfortable. They also interview a young Middle Eastern girl who says that she's from Saudi Arabia, which of course becomes the butt of a joke.
What is your name?
Lena.
Konnichiwa.
Where you from?
Saudi Arabia.
Whoa, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Is that near Compton?
They have her pose making a sad face in front of the camera so that Shin can go, I live in Saudi Arabia, right before snapping the picture.
I live in Saudi Arabia.
Because, you know, Shane is very educated on Saudi Arabia. But to really top it all off, okay, this video ends with Shane finding a guy that's dressed like Harry Potter and asking him if he knows a spell that can get rid of all Jews.
Why don't you give us a magical spell? Teach us one right now. Like, say I want to get rid of, I don't know, all Jews. How would I do that?
It's so fucking stupid. And there's a couple of these videos that are on the streets, but most of them are definitely lost. I was only able to find one other one, which was titled Lady Gaga's Sperm Perfume.
Hey, motherfuckers, it's Shanae.
And black as shit.
And we at the beach, bitch!
And the only noteworthy thing about this video is that they go up to this guy on the beach, and Shanna asks if she can touch him.
So I was just wondering, I know I don't know your name or nothing, but can I touch you, please?
Sure.
He says yes, so she starts moaning and like rubbing him all over his body.
Oh.
And it's only then do they ask him if he's underage.
You underage, right?
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
But this is not nearly the end of Shane and Shanna being creepy together. Oh no. They push the envelope even further in a video titled Selena Dawson and Joey Graceffa.
Tell me it's my birthday when I party like that.
Get used to that annoying voice, because you're going to be hearing a lot of it today.
Which is a behind the scenes vlog for Shane's parody video, Birthday.
Today, I'm going to be filming my spoof of Selena Gomez's song, Birthday.
Basically, they have this 14-year-old child actor on set who Shane says played the child version of Totally Sketch in a separate video.
How'd you get those beads?
So you played young Totally Sketch in Totally Sketch's video.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was really fun.
I looked into the video that this kid was in on Totally Sketch's channel, which was titled The Naked Truth, and just went ahead and watched his scene. And boy, does the scene play out worse than I thought.
You see, it all started when he was about 14 years old.
Because there's an actual little girl on a bed pretending to look at his genitals.
So, you got me in your room. What do you want to show me?
I don't know, it just feels gross. Like being put in this like weird scene situation for extremely shitty YouTube videos. Ew. Shane says he hopes this isn't his actual situation.
The point of the video was that you took your pants off and a girl laughed at you for having a small penis. So it's the story of my life. And not your life, hopefully. You don't have to, it's fine.
Which, we don't even really have to say this, but you should definitely not be talking to a kid about their genitals. But to make matters worse, he and Shanna start talking about how he's only 4 years away from being 18.
How old are you?
14.
Anyways. Girl, that's only 4 years.
You okay?
High school ain't that far away.
I can wait.
Feeling disgusted with this conversation already. But back to this behind the scenes vlog, okay? Because once he and Shanna are done talking to this little boy, Shane starts talking to another child actress like this.
Got me really excited. Not that excited. Wait, how old are you?
Almost 18. Close
It
enough.
almost got me really excited. I'm 6 months away from really being excited.
This all directly relates to the next Shane and Shanna video I want to talk about. Because we just established a few minutes ago how creepy his fan meets were, right? Well, guess who else was there for some of them? Shauna. In a video titled Bieber This Bitch, the two of them go to a fan meetup and just immediately inappropriate things begin happening.
Shauna is currently signing. What did you write?
Sign my book. Alright, this your original nigga bitch. She signed my book too.
Oh my god.
Yes, I wrote on children.
How old are you?
15.
You just gotta.
I mean 16. 16.
You're supposed to be 16 right now.
There is something just so creepy about her adult ass knowing that this is wrong. Just fully aware. But another dishonorable mention about his and Shauna's relationship is Shane's constant sexualization of Shanna.
See, I can't even be a lady right now. You need to go.
Guess who's here? Shaking her titties, yeah. Oh, whoa, nipple, come on, come on.
He's always like ogling her body, making weird comments about it, and even making out with her various times as a joke, air quotes.
Alright, don't be offended. I might have just offended Shanna. This is the first. I told her that her boobs from the side with the light right now, they look like an ass.
Like a plumber's crack.
Juicy ass.
Like a little kid's ass.
Like, I was just gonna say,
yes, like a baby's
It
ass.
is like a baby's
Gerber.
ass. You know what they always say? They say smoother than a baby's ass, tighter than a baby's ass. Baby's asses are pretty.
Dude, baby's asses are the shit.
Yeah,
I'd fuck with a baby's ass.
Did you get an uncomfortable expression? Because I was feeling uncomfortable.
I'm swallowing my uncomfortableness.
It's just like really gross and insulting. It's as if Shauna being considered attractive is some sort of like hilarious joke. To the point where there are so many videos of Shane speaking suggestively to her literally in front of his girlfriend. Like, oh, haha, it's so funny to make sexual jokes about Shauna. I could never find her attractive. That's the way it translates to me. And it's just fucking ridiculous. This really pissed me off. This behavior somehow implies that she is not worth taking seriously or even worthy of jealousy. But anyways, regardless of this nonsense, Shane would soon help Shauna create her very own channel.
I'm very excited because it is the day that you've all been waiting for. The day that Shauna is making a YouTube channel.
In a vlog titled Blacktube, I roll, he explains that he wants a cast of characters in his videos that each have their own channels.
I want, like, to have a cast. You know what I mean? Like a cast of characters in my videos, and they all have their own channels. I already have, you know, Bree and Brittany and Lisa and stuff. But this is like my first, where I'm kind of like the producer of Shauna. Does that make sense?
And so he's going to hook Shauna up with a manager, essentially so she can join the Shane Dawson multiverse.
So basically what we're doing is we're going to go to the company that I work with for my movie, The Collective.
And you know, perhaps viewing his friends as a cast of characters for videos says a lot about his relationships in general, because as you will see, he has a pattern of disposing of many a people. But Shane's other reason for helping Shauna create this channel is simply that she's black, so she doesn't know how to do anything, quote unquote.
And I told them, you know, Shauna, I really want her to have a channel, and she has a lot of fans, and like, she doesn't know what she's doing, she doesn't know how to make a video, she's black, she doesn't even know how to, she just slaps her keyboard.
The two of them wait in his manager's office and spitball some potential channel names together. Shane, of course, suggests one that contains the N-word.
What's your channel name? Have you thought of one yet? Wait, can you, okay, when we get in the meeting, can you just go in there and be like, hi, yes, my name is Shauna. And they'll be like, what's your channel name? And be like, it's actually, hey, yo, nigga.
However, her channel ended up just being called Shanna Malcolm.
Ayo, Shauna!
And she would begin each video with this catchphrase.
Hey, my little baby chicken McNigglets. What up, my beer batter chicken McNigglets? Hey, my chicken McNigglets. Hey, my chicken McNigglets. Ayo, Nigglets, subscribe.
content was basically a less offensive version of Shane's. It featured her own parodies, vlogs, street interviews, and even her own segment called Ask Shanna, a direct spin-off to Ask Shane.
James Hankins want to know, would I rather sleep with Aunt Hilda for the rest of my life or a different man every night?
One of her most popular videos is a parody called Brush That Tongue, which is a song about men having bad breath and features SDZ getting his mouth aggressively brushed. And it's really catchy, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually one of the only pieces of content of hers that I actually enjoyed. Because almost everything that Shanna Malcolm posted was uncomfortable or garbage. Or uncomfortable garbage.
Would I rather drink a cup of my mom's period blood or a cup of my dad's serum?
For example, in this video titled Whiteface Shanna Does, Shanna gets her makeup done to look like a white person, which shockingly somehow makes her resemble Trisha Paytas.
Hey guys, my transformation's complete. What do you think? Aren't I hot white?
But she interviews people at Venice Beach, asking them questions like this.
Who's hotter, me or my twin sister?
That would be you. Her.
And listen, I love a good whiteface joke. One of my favorite movies growing up was White Chicks, okay? I'm here for it, but this video is just so awkward. Exhibit A.
I mean, I like Obama, so.
You like Obama, but he's black.
So?
Exhibit B.
Now, you've never been black, right? Mm-hmm. But you've been Asian-y. How's that been for you? Would you like to become white like me?
Another way Shanna and Shane's channels were similar is that she too would often insert fake deep messages at the end of her video. Like, you know how Shane will make a video that's like horrible for society, but then at the end make it about like body image or something?
Just remember that you are you no matter how much of you there is. And if anybody doesn't like you because you have an extra jelly roll, fuck them.
Yeah, Shanna does the same thing. In a video titled, You Know You Ghetto When, Shanna spends the entirety of it listing examples of things that are ghetto, one of which is wearing a weave.
But my favorite out of all of them is ghetto. You know you ghetto when your hair do this. God damn! We all got a little bit of ghetto in us, right?
And like, look, Shanna is black, I'm not. She can say whatever she wants. All I'm saying is that I think calling black girls' hair ghetto to an audience of like only children is a net negative. Yet at the end, she tries to spin the video to be about, don't judge a book by its cover.
My point is, we should remember to give people an opportunity to show other sides of themselves too. Don't just judge a book by its cover and be like, I know that bitch bored because she a nerd.
You know, maybe they're already judging a book by its cover by you telling them that their hair is ghetto. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? And what pisses me off is that I don't think Shanna is stupid at all. I think she kind of knows that the content is slop and that her friends are slop, yet she participates in this debauchery. And if we can ignore all of the pedophilic stuff for just a moment and focus on the racism, there are times where I seriously wanted to scream while watching these videos like, Shanna, tell them to shut the fuck up.
Do you want to bring up what you done called me in the office that time?
Yeah, that's right.
You are making yourself the stereotype. They don't want to
like, they're horrible friends. And the only small, like, minuscule of a moment that I found where she's actually giving them some kind of critique is in this random video where she points out that Shane and his friend have white privilege.
That's privilege. The paler it is, the less oppression.
Damn, then I am so privileged.
You are privileged.
Did it seem like they know what that means? No, of course not.
Does hairiness mean you're privileged?
Oh yeah.
For fuck's sake, Shane thinks he's been betrothed the N-word pass. Of course he doesn't know about white privilege.
Yeah, like,
and a little racial.
Like, okay,
we
Nigasa
close
comes
like
like
that.
2 months later.
All of this made me wonder, what the fuck is Shanna doing here, you know? And I think the answer lies in the past, okay? Because before Shanna became heavily involved in Shane's content, she moved from Jamaica to America to follow her dreams of becoming a professional actress.
Why did I move to America again? Oh yeah, I want to be an actress.
Perhaps she fell into a pattern of playing into Shane's caricatures, a cycle of enabling his behavior that she just got too involved with. She was too deep into it.
I started YouTube partially based on the encouragement of good friends like Shane, but really because I'd always wanted to entertain people. I always wanted to bring joy to their lives, make them happy, make them smile, take them away from their problems for a little bit. I want to be an actress. I want to be a working actress on TV, maybe doing some films too, but I want to make people laugh.
This would make sense, especially since her and Shane's audience were actively harassing her behind the scenes. In a video titled, "We Gotta Do Better," she stated that she received thousands of emails from fans that were calling her racial slurs like ugly, fat, unfunny, all these things.
Since I started making YouTube over a year ago, I've gotten over 208,000 emails from you guys. Either racial slurs or people telling me I'm ugly or unfunny or stupid or whatever the case may be. And that's not including comments, that's just emails.
And guess who never said shit about any of that? Shane. Shane never said anything in her defense. God, he's such a bad friend. But regardless, Shanna would continue to be heavily involved in Shane's content for years to come. I just want to add in really quick too, that there totally could be more nuance to this situation. Like, I don't blame Shanna for the way that Shane treats her, but I do feel that she has a certain level of responsibility not to contribute to racist content for children. Feel free to let me know your thoughts below. I just want to clarify that. That being said, let's go ahead and talk about another incredibly important woman in Shane's life, Lisa Schwartz. I've mentioned her several times over the course of this video, but I wanted to make sure that we get into the thick of it because I don't think there's anyone more complicit than Lisa. She deserves her own section for sure. So, Shane began dating Lisa Schwartz in 2011 when he was approximately 22 years old. And Lisa was born April 4th, 1983, which makes her 6 years older than him, okay? So she was 28 at the time. And boy, is that already a red flag, because you guys have already seen how immature Shane acts. He acts like he's 12. So I can't imagine being 28 years old and being like, oh yeah, let me get a piece of that. I wouldn't even want to interact with it, let alone date it. Before Shane and Lisa met, she was already a content creator and had her own YouTube channel called Lizbug. Liz as in Lisa and Bug as in Ladybug.
I chose Lizbug because that's the name my dad gave me because I really like ladybugs. Or it's because I like to eat bugs.
And like Shane, Lisa also did unfunny parodies, vlogs, and other unfunny miscellaneous comedy videos. And aside from their genres being very, very similar, Lisa also edited almost exactly like Shane. They both switch positions on the camera after every sentence that they say.
At Fighter Forever UK asked, what's your biggest pet peeve? People chew their gum real loud. When people leave all the lights on. When people talk at you continuously and don't even bother to listen to anything you have to say. What? Did you say something?
And I'm assuming this was to hold a child's attention span, but as someone whose brain is fully developed, I found it very irritating. It's kind of like the original Subway Surfers soap cutting brain rot if you really think about it. Like, don't click off this video, I'm over here. Oh, now I'm over here. Oh, are you looking over here? Too many things are happening for you to change the video. I'm gonna start doing that, guys. Guys, I'm gonna start. Are you seeing all this? Too many things are happening for you to change this now. Unlike Shane, though, Lisa would do this high-pitched voice where she's acting like she's talking to babies. Like, this is how she would introduce herself at the beginning of every video.
Oh, hey, welcome to Dare Wednesday.
The content of Lisa's videos was already childlike and bizarre before Shane Dawson. So like, you can only imagine what's about to happen when he gets thrown into the mix. Lisa would also always say, "You're cute" at the end of every one of her videos.
You're cute and I'll see you next time. You're cute and I'll see you next time. You're cute and I'll see you next time. You're cute, goodbye. Thanks for watching. You're cute and I'll see you next time.
And it never gets old. It always makes me smile. It always makes me laugh every single time she says it. This preposterous cocomelonification is something that even young fans commented on. I love her, but she always makes me feel like I'm 5. Nice. Let's get that comment to 25 likes, guys. In 2010, Lisa began frequently collaborating with Shane's friends like Brittany Louise Taylor and the Fine Brothers. Her content with Brittany Louise Taylor was pretty standard for the time.
Hey everybody, it's Brittany, and I kind of had this weird idea, which is kind of normal for me, and I was thinking, like, what if guys acted like girls and girls acted like guys?
You're so sexy. No, I'm not ready, I'm not ready.
I think it's a good thing that guys are guys and girls are girls and not the opposite.
However, her content with the Fine Bros was just a lot of overly sexualized hot garbage.
You're right, that would never happen, but what will happen is that she'll end up having a condom for me to use, which would be great, until after we do it, that is, that's when I'll realize how stupid I was for letting the girl buy the condom. You never do that! I'll inspect it, and I'll find a hole in it! I knew it! She is the type of girl to poke a hole in a condom, isn't she?
Like, the brothers would regularly cast her as a character that just so happened to make out with Benny Fine.
You like it rough.
Make out doesn't really do these appearances justice, though. Like, they would have her lick his entire face.
I have something to tell you.
Anything.
I have herpes. Of the mouth.
Spit in his mouth, get on top of him, etc. Which I personally find very creepy, but I digress. The point is that their mutual connections eventually led Shane to Lisa. And their first collaboration was for a series on his channel called Hot Teens Gone Wild on Degrassi. Yes, that's the actual title. I hate the words coming out of my mouth. This parody series, even though it only spanned 2 episodes, is absolutely horrific and contains multiple cancelable offenses by every member involved. In it, Lisa plays 2 characters. One of them is Terry, whose whole thing about her is that she's fat, and the other is Claire, and her whole thing is that she's boring. At one point in the video, Terry is getting bullied so aggressively for having cankles that she runs away, slips, and hits her head, which knocks her out.
Oh, hi, Terry. She's the fattest girl in school.
I can hear you.
Well, it's true. Cankles.
And no amount of money on this earth could have gotten me to guess what the hell happens next. Like, I thought her falling was the joke. Haha, she fell. That's enough of a joke, right? But no, she's dragged away to be raped by one of the Fine Bros.
Oh my god, is she okay?
She does that all the time. Attention, whore!
Meanwhile, another character named Gay Marco is just pointing and laughing the whole time. It's just really gross. And this isn't even the only time they make that joke. They thought it was so funny that they do it again to another girl in Degrassi Part 2.
Uh-oh. Never leave your cup uncovered on Degrassi. That's how losers get date raped. Ha! Loser! Loser, loser!
There's actually so much sexual harassment in these videos that I wouldn't even get into all of it. But just so that you can get a further grasp onto what exactly Lisa agreed to be involved with, you know, her very first collab with her future boyfriend, this other character that I mentioned named Gay Marco, played by another problematic YouTuber named Kasim G, mind you. Every single one of these people has to reek of problematicness in order to even step foot on set, but he has an entire script of dialogue that consists of "I'm gay" or just threatening to assault Shane.
Okay, Shane, I wrote you a speech for tomorrow, so get to memorizing it, and I'll see you at the big debate. I love you.
Why am I not wearing any pants?
You're cute when you're passed out, you know that?
This is a very gross conflation slash stereotype that definitely made a lot of middle schoolers more homophobic than they already were. Aside from the sexual stuff though, 99% of all the characters in these videos are played by either Shane or the Fine Bros, including characters that are people of color. And, you know, they wouldn't do anything crazy and stupid like get into blackface to play all these characters, would they?
Hey guys, burgers are ready.
Oh look, there's Allie. She's going out with the baddest boy in school.
Okay, you know what? We are so over, Johnny.
Oh, it's for you. Kind of looks like a cheeseburger.
All of this is what Lisa agreed to be in, okay? The person she would soon fall in love with was dressed like this on that set.
But I must warn you, if you're a troublemaker, I'll be on your ass like flies on dog shit, little girl.
So take note of that. Overall though, these Degrassi parodies were really stupid, and the only other notable thing that happens is that the real Paige from Degrassi shows up to fight Shane. For the real ass Degrassi fans, this is about to ruin your day. I'm sorry.
Who the hell are you, hun?
I am the real Paige, hun.
You're supposed to be off the show.
Degrassi without Paige, that is toast retard.
Retard? Like retarded? Oh, she's good.
Shane and Lisa's next collaboration after this would be for one of Shane's Christmas specials. And this would be where they shared their first kiss, before they started dating, of course.
Hi, it's me, Lisa Schwartz, and I have some exciting news. I'm about to go shoot with Shane Dawson, and guess what? I get to kiss him. That's right, I get to kiss Shane Dawson. You deserve a gold medal.
And by the way, fun fact, according to Shane, this was his first ever genuine actual kiss.
I think I've revealed this before somewhere, but this was my first kiss.
And I did not know it was your first
I did not know that.
Like he had never been kissed before.
Okay. Remember the first girl you kissed?
Yes.
What was her name?
Her name is Lisa.
How old were you?
I was sadly like 21.
Oh, Shane, you got problems.
And normally it would be shocking to find out that a very popular YouTuber in their 20s has never kissed anyone. But for Shane...
I've been practicing all day on my hand. This is you.
It's really hairy.
Yeah, I understand why. It's like, get a girlfriend, son. Or a boyfriend, he's bi. It's like, damn, nobody want you for real.
I got to kiss Shane Dawson. That's right here. I'm never gonna wash these lips again.
But the thing is, dirty old Dawson wasn't about to let that one kiss with Lisa get away. Oh no. Dirty old Dawson wanted more. And so he hired her specifically to kiss him again in one of his music videos.
Say it to kiss me again. New chapstick this time.
I'm so nervous. Look at my chapstick. It's completely ruined.
And these two kisses caused fans to speculate about their relationship. So much so that a Twitter stan account was created that coined the term Shisa for their ship name.
Me and Shane Dawson. You guys are hilarious. Sam Walshy even started a whole new Twitter account called Dawson and Lisa. You guys should follow him. It's pretty cute.
And the concept of Shisa would soon snowball into more fan accounts and blogs dedicated to their hypothetical relationship. And we don't know exactly when these two made it official, but it was a little under a year after their first kiss. And we only know that because of the date that this stupid ass video was posted.
And also, it is almost officially a year since Lisa went retarded and fell for me.
But they would officially announce their relationship on April 4th, 2012 in a video titled, "I'm in love!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
But yes, if you're watching this, which I'm pretty sure you are, Lisa, I love you.
Soon after that, Lisa would begin posting content with him on her channel consistently. And by regularly, I mean to say he was involved with damn near everything. I mean, she clickbaited their relationship any chance she would get. They even had a weekly series on her channel together called Dare Wednesdays, where they would take turns pranking each other. Like this one, for example, called Fart Spray Prank.
So to get her back, I'm gonna put something on her that's impossible to get off. The smell of my fart spray.
Where Shane would diabolically and unsparingly overwhelm Lisa with toxic fart spray.
Oh my god, it smells like fucking just hot shit.
What? Oh my, ew, Shane.
And he hits her with it like 10 times.
It's Shane by Shane.
Oh, I like my nose is clogged and I can smell that. What is that?
No, you just have to take it in.
It's gonna be stuck away.
Like the spray literally says, "Do not spray near anyone's face."
Warning, may cause eye and respiratory system irritation. Do not spray near anyone's face! Oops! Contains real shit.
Stop it. That is foul.
He even sprays it on the damn dog. They would also take submissions from fans for how to terrorize each other next.
In the comments below, let me know what you want me to do to Shane next, because that was fucking gross.
For example, viewers dared Lisa to shave Shane's back.
You guys chose wax Shane's back.
Oh!
Likely because they knew his gorilla ass was hairy.
Oh my god.
So you've never waxed your back before? Never?
No, is that a surprise?
Oh my god, he's so mad at me.
This is amazing to me because you can tell just how petrified he is.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
It's just cleansing.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Tell me before you do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm putting on the wax now.
What?
I'm putting the wax
Where
on.
are you gonna start
Right
in a less hairy place?
Yeah, right here.
Wait, what?
It's like candy.
Wait, what are you doing?
And the entire time, you can just feel the fear encroaching upon this man's back bush.
Oh my god, this is gonna hurt so bad. Oh my god, it already hurts really bad.
Oh, I didn't even do anything.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not
Are
gonna
you
do
ready?
this.
Yes,
no,
you are.
no, I'm not ready. I'm scared. Lisa, I'm scared.
Ready?
No.
All while whimsical Pixar music plays in the background.
I hate you.
Like at one point, the dude is literally about to cry.
You guys.
No. Oh my god, no.
You did it! You did it! Do you guys see?
Perhaps the best part of this video, though, is when you see his little pink patch where his hair used to be.
Look to me.
The raw chicken cutlet is fierce, and the ginger back hair is terrifying. Another Dare Wednesday that stood out to me was this one, where they both got naked in a bathtub to answer their young audience's questions.
Hey, welcome to Dare Wednesday!
So our tag is a tag called
Dirty Secrets!
Like, is it just me, or is it a little bit weird to answer dirty secrets from children fans in your bathtub, buck naked?
Number 7. What kind of undies do you wear?
I I think that's definitely already weird. But lest we mention that Shane literally wraps up the video by specifically asking his underaged fans to send a video response of themselves naked in their bathtub.
So all of you guys should answer the questions in the comments section or make your own video response of you being underage in a bathtub.
Like, we know Shane is weird, but how is Lisa okay with this? It's literally her video on her channel.
I thought it was a rubbery duck.
Complicitness. Lisa, I call her problematic Lisa. But you know, from these videos alone, ignoring the creepiness factor of it all, on the surface, it may look like they have a relatively loving relationship from these videos. But I promise you, it is not. There are very apparent things happening beneath the surface.
I'm like,
Hey, you don't even react.
I'm gay.
I mean, wow, has our relationship grown? I still kiss him and he still goes, so happy holidays.
Happy holidays, guys.
You guys are awesome.
What do you want us to do?
I can't tell you how many videos I watched of them where there's just like this constant tension between them.
You guys are awesome. So here's to another year of creepy videos of us doing things that we shouldn't do on camera. Love you guys.
It's like a balloon that's about to explode. It is excruciating. Like in this video titled Freaky Love.
Happy Valentine's Day! Yay!
When asked what Shane loves the most about Lisa, he pauses for a whole, silent, breathtaking 2 seconds, and then says that she wakes him up every day when he's tired, and that he loves her bangs.
Number 1! What do you love most about the other person?
I love that every single morning you wake me up, even though you know I'm tired. I love your bangs.
And then says this.
I do, I love your bangs. It makes you look like H-Duff.
Other questions too, like what's your favorite thing to do alone? Get such an unhinged, unnecessarily awkward response.
What's your favorite thing to do alone?
Think about you.
Talk to myself and just be like, God, what are you doing? What are you doing, Shane? Why are you living this way?
What?
You know, like I'll have a wig on in the car and I smell like milk. And I'll be like, what am I doing? And then you come into the picture and I'm like, oh, I'm doing that.
Wait, what?
I don't know what that means.
And don't ask Lisa where she sees herself in 10 years. Oh God, don't ask her that.
And I see myself with a different man in 10 years.
But this one should be easy, right? Okay, how about what's your favorite thing about the other person? You know, that's simple.
What's your favorite part about the other person? I really like your dog.
My dog?
Yeah. That's my favorite
I like
part.
your cat.
I mean, this kind of response means that you don't really fuck with your partner or the dog is literally that cool. Maybe I should assume the latter. I feel like I'm going absolutely insane though, reading the comments underneath this video because they're all so supportive. Y'all are too fucking cute. I want a relationship like that. No you don't. But you know, in terms of who is the more present partner, I would say that definitely has to be Lisa, because in these videos she does try to show him kind words, love, affection.
Happy Valentine's Day from the 2 most in love people in the world.
Shane is just constantly talking about himself or even making jokes at her expense.
Where do you see yourselves in 10 years?
I see myself being a famous director, farting in my mansion, laying around.
This is not about you. This is about us. This is a love video. Jesus. Happy Valentine's Day to you and yourself.
I was getting to you. And then I bring out my little gold bell and go ding, 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 ding. And then you come in with my dinner.
And I mean, you could argue that they're joking, but for me, there are just way too many examples of this tension between them.
What do you not love about your significant other?
I do not like how you answer these questions. Make sure to answer the questions with you and your lover, or yourself, as this guy would probably prefer to do.
And of course, you know, along the way, he exposes himself for not wiping his ass for the 500th time.
You guys are gonna come crawling back to me. This guy can't do his own laundry, can't wipe his own ass, and definitely can't do the dishes.
I have been looking at this relationship under a microscope for a while now, and the bizarreness doesn't end there. They're kind of always doing and saying things to each other that are disturbing. Like, first watch this video where Shane is afraid to spank Lisa.
I mean, I feel like you could play to the camera a little bit. Is this for me to hit?
Yeah. He won't spank me.
Here, no, get back. I'm gonna spank you.
Here.
I'm like nervous though.
No, do it.
This is childhood problems.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you.
First of all, I'm not sure where this deep-rooted issue with Shane is about spanking her, but let's just ignore that for a second. Notice how hesitant Shane is to spank his mistress.
Here, I'll give you a hard one.
Okay.
But you have to promise that you're not gonna like hit me back.
Okay. See, that was fun.
I did not enjoy that.
I thought it was fun.
He acts like he's so traumatized that he could never even dream of spanking her. Yet in this next video, titled Punched by My Boyfriend, he was dared to punch Lisa, and man does Lisa get fucking murked.
Oh, you know what's so sweet? You love me so much you can't actually.
I just feel like this guy punched her way harder than necessary, to be honest.
Punch the balls.
Punch the balls. Punch the balls.
Ow. Oh my god, that was concussion worthy.
Good.
Which brings me to my next point. I truly believe in the depths of my little heart that Shane and Lisa actually hated each other. Because Shane will randomly just say the most out-of-pocket shit about Lisa. Like this one time where she pranked him with a fake face tattoo while he was sleeping.
It's okay. You're branded. You're mine now, you little cow. Moo. Say moo. Look how much he loves me. He has me on his face.
Followed by, at some point, I'm gonna kill you with a shotgun.
At some point, I'm gonna kill you with a shotgun.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's another example of him saying he would wear her skin in like a skin suit.
I wanted to kill her. I wanted to kill her. I wanted to take out her insides and wear her body as a skin suit.
The worst comment of all, though, is definitely this one.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to knock her out and impregnate her with my baby. I'm not kidding.
Lest we bring back up the fact that he violently murdered her in his Taylor Swift video. But despite their relationship being uncanny and gross, that didn't stop Lisa from making Shisa merchandise. Here's what her website looked like in 2011. And I unfortunately was not able to find the prices of any of these shirts. But I will say anything above nothing is too much. Hashtag Tim Sisha. And by the way, Lisa's personal merch was just as horrific. This one had her end of the video catchphrase, "You're cute," except it's spread out as if you're doing double spacing for a high school essay, with the "re" front and center, making it appear as if it says "you re cute." And while we're on the topic of merch, Lisa also started selling her own bows on her channel at this time, and they looked like this. Okay, here's a low poly image of Shane wearing one, like a dingus.
And men, don't fret, they have bow ties. Who doesn't love a man in a little bow tie?
God, I hate this channel. Favorite things about Lisa.
Favorite things with Lisa.
Here's a dick joke. Oh, here's my little kid channel. Oh, but also here's a dick joke. And also, buy these cute little bows with ladybugs on them.
Number 8, don't talk to strangers. I'm sorry, did you just say you want to put your dick in my ear? You do get one. Please make sure you send me a picture of you with a little bug bow on your head. I want to see how cute you look. Chong chong chong. You're sushi.
God, I can't. I literally can't with these people. But soon, Lisa would begin acting even more Shane-like by doing a series as a character named Aunt Sophie called Love-A-Line.
When you don't know just quite what to do I ask her out or make love with my shoes on? There's just one gal who could answer it all. And Sophie's on air. Now let's have a ball. Call me bye.
Which was a talk show where viewers could submit questions for advice. So essentially, the Lisa version of Ask Paris, Ask Shane, or Ask Shanna. But this Aunt Sophie character is a stereotypical Jewish woman.
Hi YouTube, it's me, Aunt Sophie, and welcome to Love-A-Line.
You know, Lisa really plays up all the stereotypes, and she gives terrible advice, and is frequently racist.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Good luck.
What the You're some sort of scholar? I didn't even know black people went to college.
She would have different guests on Love-A-Line each week, mostly including people from the Shane multiverse, like Shanna, Aunt Hilda, and SDZ. And just a little dishonorable mention, Miranda sings. You know, just to throw a little more problematic metaphorical flavoring into the soup. And this should be no surprise, but Lisa, you know, the woman who agreed to be Shane Dawson's girlfriend, would use Aunt Sophie as an excuse to be racist.
What the You're some sort of scholar? I didn't even know black people went to college.
You know, just like Shane and all his little demons. And this was immediately made clear when watching the very first Love-A-Line episode that features Shanna, because it's all just jokes that put her down in some way. You know, saying shit like this.
You know, maybe you should consider changing your last name from Malcolm X. It's a little bit intimidating, right?
Actually, my last name isn't Malcolm X, it's just Malcolm, actually.
There's no need to deny your origin. Even though you are black, you are very pretty.
And her collab with SDZ, of course, is no better. In fact, the two of them celebrate how they'd never date a black girl.
Well, Sophie, I don't see class. I only see love. But I do see color, and I would never fuck a black chick. Ugh.
But by far, the worst Love-A-Line episode is the one featuring Aunt Hilda.
My best gal pal and yours, Aunt Hilda.
Hi, all you fat Mexican girls and homo boys.
Now, these two are a complete nightmare together. Like, it feels like a botched social experiment or a sick and twisted Mr. Beast challenge. I put the two worst people in a room, and the first person who says the N-word wins $1 million. Anyways, in this collab, Aunt Hilda tells the story of how she was passed down wisdom from her fat black maid that was named Jamaica Queen.
From my fat black maid, Jamaica Queen. When I was a little girl, I went to her and I said, Jamaica Queen, what do I do if a man tries to hurt me? And she told me to always say to them, listen, you black piece of shit! If you try to hurt me again, my daddy will kill you with a gun, so you better run off to where you came from,
Yeah, so Lisa just left that in the video. There's not really any excuse. It's not like she was like, oh my god, what the hell? Why did you just say that? She actively endorsed, by proxy, using the N-word on her channel. And quite frankly, I'm surprised that she didn't have the audacity to start using it herself. Like, she looks like she would love to say that shit so bad. Aunt Sophie and Hilda also make a joke about Casey Anthony killing her daughter, which I think is in really poor taste, given the fact that the whole criminal trial had only happened 1 year prior.
Is Casey Anthony killing erections everywhere because she got asked to be a stripper recently? Hashtag Ask Aunt Sophie. Well, Andrew, erections aren't the only thing she's killing. Hey-o, dead
baby jokes, never too soon.
And if you don't know who Casey Anthony is, just know that she is like the OJ of women, meaning that she was 100% guilty of something but somehow got away with it. And now she just posts TikToks all the time as if that never happened.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me.
But of course, after all of that, they end the video with a very inspirational send-off for the youth.
I really hope we help the youth of the internet figure out what the hell was going on down below. Remember, children, reach for the stars. And if you can't make it, reach for your father's gun and kill yourself.
Yep. So much for the heart stencils on their wrists.
Is getting a heart because she is promoting not cutting. Because I know a lot of you guys out there are dealing with self-harm and you're depressed and stuff.
Also, random side tangent, Aunt Sophie always has her dogs out in these videos and is like getting them rubbed by her guests, and I'm not really sure why that is. SDZ even sucks on her toes like Freaky style. But in particular, I'm just curious about the rubbing. Like, is this a Jewish stereotype or something? Let me know because I'm bewildered. Like, am I missing the point? Anyways, let's get into this 2012 era. We need to talk about something really serious, and that is TinyChat. So, as we've seen, Shane tries to get his stubby, grubby, tiny little paws into as many social media platforms as possible, and live streams were no exception. Because between 2011 and 2012, Shane would start hosting streams on his private chat room on no other than TinyChat.
Okay, forgive me if I'm shaking right now, but I need to show you this. That is who you think it is. Oh my god.
And if you don't know what TinyChat is, basically a host would start a chat room and up to 12 users could be on video at once, while everybody else typed in the chat, watched, or waited their turn to get on camera. And like any other webcam website around this time, there was very little moderation, okay? This is literally Omegle, but with like extra steps. Definitely not something that you want really young children to be on, which is, as you've probably predicted, very unfortunate because 99% of the people in Shane's chats were children. And if you don't believe me for some crazy reason, Shane's brother, Jared, will tell you himself.
You know where you find me at? With all your little kids up on TinyChat.
And it might also be worth it to mention that according to Shane's ex-fans, Shane was purposely ambiguous with his age on this platform. Immediate red flags. But the first time we would see Shane demonstrate his new obsession with TinyChat would be in his first Hang with Shane episode. And there are two extremely fucked up instances in this video that I really want to point out. The first one is when Shane introduces us to one of his oldest friends from high school named Pam Ashton, who is sitting on his couch. And he describes Pam as a homeless person who lives in his home.
This is the real living room where this homeless girl lays and watches TV.
But more importantly, his sister from another mister, his BFF with huge titties.
This is Pam. She is my sister from another mister. / homeless person that just lives here. You're gonna be seeing a lot of her this year. She is one of my BFFs, and she has huge titties.
But before we feel bad for her that Shane is sexualizing her and really weird about this, just wait because this gets interesting. So Shane reveals that last night Pam showed her naked breasts on TinyChat.
And actually, last night, she showed her naked breast on TinyChat.
And when he asks how was it, she says that she was scared because they're all like 5 years old.
Didn't you?
Yes.
How was it?
I was scared because they're like all 5.
To which Shane corrects her and quickly tries to justify what's happened.
They're like 12 years old. I mean, they've seen before, except, well, maybe not.
And let's just pause for a moment, okay? Time out, everyone. When I heard this, I would have loved to believe that it was just some sick joke, because that's disgusting, and you would really hope that no grown-ass woman would do that. But, you know, unfortunately, I don't think this was a joke at all. Just take a look at this screenshot I uncovered. This was posted on Flickr on September 23rd, 2011, where we can see his friends Bree Essrig, Steve Green, cough cough, Pam Ashton, all together in this tiny chat room with children. So boom, evidence that Pam was indeed participating in the chat rooms. Okay, now unpause. Imagine me on the edge of my seat hoping Pam would blow off such a ridiculous statement. But no, she actually describes in detail the comments that children made when she flashed them all.
And one girl said, I just cummed, and then the other girl said, I just turned a lesbian.
And then one boy vomited.
Yeah.
And if that's not already enough evidence, I found someone on Twitter who actually recalled witnessing Pam show them her nipple ring when he was a kid. But you know what? Let's talk about the second disturbing thing in this video. Because while Shane is talking to Pam about this fucked up incident, Shane's mom is in the kitchen talking to underage fans.
Okay, so this is a living room, and that is my mom on TinyChat.
She was constantly on these TinyChats. There's tons of footage on YouTube alone, not even on the Wayback Machine, not even YTDLP, just public videos of this woman in chats with children with the username Teresa Boobas. And the story behind that username is that that's what she called Shane and his brother Jared when they were little.
Talking to all her, what do you call them again?
They're my boobas. They're my boobas.
Boobs.
Shane.
Okay, so why do you call them your boobs?
Okay, you don't remember after the divorce I started calling you and Jared and Jacob my boobas?
So what does that mean?
I don't know.
And so perhaps she meant to be treating these kids as if they were her own. But her obsession with this ends up being really creepy. Even people around her acknowledged her addiction to online videoing.
She's addicted.
This is...
I'm in trouble.
In fact, in one of these vlogs, Shane calls it her morning routine.
All right, so it's a typical morning right now. My mom is on TinyChat.
As she's wearing this, by the way, which was apparently sent to her by fans.
So mom's all ready for the cook-off. What are you wearing?
Okay, am I allowed to show this?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from a fan.
My mother, people.
Yay!
But by far one of the most troubling things Shane has to say about this is this.
Have you shown your tits yet?
True life, my mom's addicted to online videoing.
Oh my god.
He would always make unfiltered comments about this. Like in another video, he goes as far as saying a bunch of 12-year-olds saw her vagina on TinyChat.
So this is my mom's bedroom. This is where the cats live. This is where all the other magic happens. And by magic, I mean my mom's sitting in here on a laptop naked talking to 12-year-olds on TinyChat. It's a special video because you all saw my mom's vagina today. Is that an embarrassed face or an excited face?
A little bit of both.
Perfect. So if you already saw my main channel video today, it was a very interesting one. Mom was very excited about it.
Well, a little nervous actually.
Well, when's the last time you could say that 1 million 12-year-olds saw your vagina?
It's been a while.
2 months ago on TinyChat.
And if this were anybody else's mom, I would definitely be giving more of the benefit of the doubt. I would say, oh, it's just Shane that's making things weird. Like I said, maybe she just wants to be a mother figure, although that's still creepy as fuck. But like, this woman has truly gone over the deep end. And I'll tell you what, there's literally footage of her touching a boy's ass as he's twerking on stage, presumably at VidCon or some other type of meet and greet.
Now, Anthony is going to teach my mom how to twerk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to mention the fact that Shane and her both made kids on Omegle twerk for them.
Hi, Jonathan.
Now, my mom wants to see you twerk, so give it to her. All right, no crying, more twerking. He said that was not good enough.
What? Move on.
Move on. Next. All right, we better get a full-on naked twerk.
I want someone like Shanna that just gets it up there and twerks. Oh, she doesn't twerk.
Ah, it doesn't twerk. Next. Are those boobs? I don't know what that was.
Teresa is at very least an enabler, if not something much, much worse, and at least partially responsible for why Shane is the way that he is. And this is really just the tip of the TinyChat iceberg. We haven't even gotten into the shit Shane says in these chats. But before we dive into this section, I kind of want to put Shane under a microscope and just understand his psyche a little bit more. Like, besides his mom being weird as fuck, where else might this behavior stem from? Walk with me and talk with me. In 2016, Shane did an interview with Allison Rosen, and during it, Shane would drop 2 bombshells. Number 1, that he believed he had been molested.
But yeah, there was a lot of sexual abuse, and I'm still like in the middle of the mystery. It's a fun mystery, really, of who molested me and
you don't know.
And my other siblings. We have no idea. We've really tried. We've asked every family member.
And 2, when he was 8 years old, he molested other kids on his street.
I also would molest kids on my street. I would molest kids on my street. That's another thing that they say that kids who are sexually abused do. Like, I would like make kids on my street like take their pants off and I'd spank them or like do weird shit to them.
Now, it is absolutely none of my business to judge an 8-year-old for whatever terrible problematic behavior they did, but he admits that this is part of his history and that he regrets doing that, and in fact even reached out to some of these kids on his street that he did it to.
I feel weird at the time, but looking back, I'm like, ew. I was like molesting kids. I was a kid too.
Were they your peers?
Yeah, I was probably 8 and they were 7 or something.
Right.
And I apologized to them. I found them on Facebook. I'm like,
You
sorry
did?
for molesting you.
Did
And
they
they're
remember?
They're like, one of them did. One of them was like, yeah, that's why my family made me stop hanging out with you. And I'm like, oops.
So he understands that. And as an adult, he has managed to continue with this inappropriate behavior, especially to kids. And listen, I'm not a professional, but I feel like he has never truly unlearned that disturbing behavior. And I'm not suggesting that victims of child sexual abuse are like doomed to become groomers and like pedophiles. Like, definitely not at all. There is like such a small percentage of those that do. But I think Shane is part of that percentage. Is what I'm saying making sense? Am I getting a point across, or am I just saying a lot of hubbub? But okay, with that being said, with the context that I just provided, I want you to watch this video of Shane explaining and rationalizing Michael Jackson's molestation.
So basically, he's 5 years old mentally, right? But sexually, he's 50. He still has a penis, and it still wants to play. So it's like, there's a weird, like, link missing where it's like, I'm 5 years old, but I'm horny. But I find other 5-year-olds sexually attractive because I'm 5 years old too. So let's have sex. So it kind of makes sense to me, even though it's horrible and I don't think molesting children is good, it kind of makes sense to me why he actually molests children. You know, when you were 5, when you're 5 years old and you had a crush on a 5-year-old girl or boy, because you guys are both 5, but you look back on it now and you're like, how could I have liked a 5-year-old? It's like that. He likes 5-year-olds because he's 5 mentally. So I don't think he was an evil person. I don't think he's in hell. I don't know, but I don't think he's an evil person. But I definitely think he was mentally. There's a problem.
Let me just hammer that in for you, by the way. This is him explaining that to kids on his TinyChat. I really think that video says a lot and is important to see because it shows Shane's own justification and projection of his own inappropriate behavior. And unfortunately, this isn't even the only time that he's projected and tried to justify And by the way, please, by all means, skip this clip if you don't want your day ruined. It is very infamous, but if you haven't heard it, boy, are you in for a world of pain. So, if you're still here, he says he met a 6-year-old who showed him her Instagram and that he found her sexy.
No, but this child was probably 6 years old. And I was taking a picture of something, and the kid turns to me and goes, "Oh, are you Instagramming?" And first of all, how does a 5-year-old, 6-year-old know what Instagram is? Which is terrifying.
Mhm.
Second of all, I was embarrassed because yes, I was, and it was a picture of my salad. And the 6-year-old girl goes, "Oh, how many followers do you have?" I mean, first of all, it was almost like one of those contests where it's like, "How big is your?" And this kid slapped her huge on the table and was like, a 6-year-old who goes, "Oh, I have 125,000."
No.
Was almost as big as mine.
Really?
And I said, "Okay, little big, why do you have so many followers?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm a cheerleader." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy.
You're disgusting.
And then decides to be even more of a parasitic demon and suggests that pedophilia is just like any other fetish, and that he doesn't understand why other people get upset that some people masturbate to babies.
Do not say this, and like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you will get arrested. Like, he kind of can.
Listen,
he has this
allegedly-
justification for pedophilia,
Okay.
and it's so disturbing. And like, I just pretend that he doesn't.
Okay, wait,
and,
no,
like,
no, let me explain. Let me
No.
explain.
Oh God.
Here's my justification for
I can't.
Okay, first of all, let me just say, having with children or children or anything of that nature is terrible, and you
Sure.
should not do it.
But
But here's my thing. People have foot fetishes. People have fetishes about, you know, everything. And there's websites on the internet where they can look at that weird, creepy shit, off to it. Okay, fine. Everybody do your thing. So why is it when somebody looks at Google's like naked baby on Google and off to it, they can get arrested? I don't understand that.
Because there's a naked because somebody took a picture of a naked baby.
But
and and then by the way, they're not Googling naked baby. They're Googling like, I'm not going to say what they're Googling. I mean, I watch a lot of Law and Order.
But here's
so
the
like,
worst part of it. I actually went to Google and I'm like, I
Oh,
kind of
God.
want to see.
You're gonna
I don't
get
wanna-
arrested.
I know, but I didn't want to see. I just wanted to see like, okay, let me just pretend. Let me pretend like I'm a for a sec.
Okay, by the way, just for the record, the police, I have nothing to do with this. I didn't know this. Like, you can literally get arrested for saying
I know.
this.
Listen, let me finish.
Sorry.
So I typed in naked baby. First of all, I don't understand why anybody would be turned on by that. But
That's the first good thing you've said.
But they were sexy.
What the fuck? How do you even begin to conceptualize saying something like this? It's not funny. If it was supposed to be funny, I think everybody's just uncomfortable. And you know, if something happened or things happened to Shane as a child that led to him thinking inappropriate behavior is okay, that in itself is heartbreaking. But as a full-grown adult, there just isn't any excuse. The amount of people that I know that have suffered from child abuse, including myself, by the way, have never and would never dream of hurting somebody else or even saying something like this that is so vile and so venomous. So maybe saying and doing inappropriate things at a young age was normal to him, but it also was normal to a lot of other people, and they don't grow up and become a which I can't say that Shane Dawson is a pedophile because I don't know, maybe I could get sued or something. I will say, in my opinion, based off of the evidence that I have seen, that is what I believe. And the reason why I am so passionate about these videos at this point is that Shane has literally actually never faced any consequences for like any of this. And like I said, we're kind of just at the tip of the iceberg here. Like, I promise you, you might agree with me, you know, the more that I show you. And this stuff really, really needs to not be forgotten. Also, just to tack on to that conversation about Shane's childhood drama, there is an element of confusion that I have within all of this. Because in one of Shane's books, he actually specifically writes that he was never And it is totally possible that he just changed his mind about wanting to be public about that, but I can't really know what is true or not with that because there is that extra element of confusion. As far as TinyChat goes though, there is some seriously weird shit that was going on here. For example, Shane would ask the kids in the chat to pose with their feet to the camera and show their shoes. I literally had to blur out all these people's faces, by the way, because they're underage. And keep in mind that Shane claimed that he ran his TinyChat for 24 hours, which means he would appear live in the chat room at any time of the day, including late at night. Here's an example of Shane chatting with children in this chat while laying in bed.
Oh.
I mean, the fact that I haven't been on To Catch a Predator yet is like a miracle.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't been on To Catch a Predator also. Yeah, always said the weirdest shit, like, you're all my Valentine.
I want to meet you on the show. You are all my Valentine.
Hey, they're not your Valentine. They're 12 years old. Sorry to burst your bubble. Here's how one of Shane's former fans describes his behavior in these chats. He had a disgusting and vulgar vocabulary at the time. Think of the filthiest things ever, and that's what he was saying. Yeah, what the fuck? In addition to this, here are some old tweets I found of Shane talking to his fans right after one of these live streams ended. And mind you, these don't have any context, okay? But I think you will find that that doesn't really even matter. Name the time and place, baby. It'll be Spoon Central. Gonna take a nap. Please don't take pics of it. Thanks, crazy ass. Admit it. You were the one who wanted my dick through your hair, you dirty freak. Your hair is gorgeous. I want to run my dick through it. You're telling me every single person that he was writing those to were 18 years old or older? You think he's going through their profiles and figuring that out? Yeah, I find that very fucking unlikely, dude. But some way, somehow, this situation actually gets worse because Shane was on another little platform called DailyBooth, which he promoted during his live streams and would ultimately use as a tool to solicit weird ass pictures from his fans. Here are just a few of the prompts that he wants kids to submit pictures to. Show me your sexiest face ever. Show me your orgasm face. Show me your creepy face. Show me your mouth. Ha ha ha. I'm filming a and you're the star. Show me your best move, haha. Show me your best giving birth pose. Show me your feet, haha. Show me your blow face. Show me your crotch. I found the perfect comment on one of these DailyBooth posts that perfectly illustrates the way that I feel. You look like a okay? It also might be worth mentioning that Lisa Schwartz is in some of these picture requests. Now, not the inappropriate ones, but like, do you really expect me to believe that she didn't know about the other ones?
Has a fangirl ever tried to kiss you?
Yes, and I have kissed about 5 different 12-year-olds. Tongue.
I'm into it.
Complicitness. Why I oughta. Anyways, Shane would take these requested images, choose his favorite one, and then feature it at the end of each episode of his series called Orgy Party. Here's an example of him doing this, and him even acknowledging himself that it's creepy as fuck. By the way, don't worry, I won't be showing the pictures, because first of all, I think these pictures that he's asking for and advertising on his public platform are like maybe illegal. Like, I don't know. They're just wildly inappropriate. And secondly, we're already triggering ourselves enough. We don't need that in our lives and in our brains. So here you go.
On DailyBooth, I asked you guys to show me your best face. I know what you're thinking. Shane, why are you asking children to do faces on camera? And my answer? Because it's fucking hilarious.
What the fucking fuck?
What the fucking fuck?
I want to reiterate what a huge audience he has and just how many eyes would be seeing these pictures.
Alright, on DailyBooth I asked you guys to show me your best move. Here's some of the sexiest ones I could find.
And by the way, Orgy Party is just as disgusting as it sounds. First of all, its theme song was created by fucking Onision, a whole other pedophile, one that has a relationship with Shane Dawson, unlike anything else I've ever seen on the internet. Like, he's absolutely obsessed with Shane.
12-year-olds are more likely to molest Shane Dawson than he is to molest them. Way more likely.
That's some Predator v Predator shit though that we'll get into in the next video.
Grab all your condoms, take off all your clothes, shave your private parts, orgy time's about to start. Spread your legs, open wide, get some lube and shake your thighs. Here comes Shane Dawson, the guy who knows how to blow your mind.
Now, the contents of Orgy Time are utterly deranged, but one of the most infamous clips is this one, where he's pulling miscellaneous items out of a box until he eventually pulls out a photo of child star Dakota Fanning and not only makes a joke about gouging her eyes out, but he actually photoshopped his fingers going into her mouth.
A picture of Dakota Fanning! A picture of me behind Dakota Fanning without her knowing it. A picture of Dakota Fanning with her eyes gouged out, my fingers in her mouth.
Mind you, she's 8 years old. But he continues on with his spiel, joking that Dakota filed a restraining order against him, but nothing can get in the way of their love.
A restraining order stating that I can't be within 150 feet of Dakota Fanning. A letter I wrote to Dakota telling her that nothing can get in the way of our love, not even a restraining order ordered by the court of law.
In another episode, he tells his fans to make a funny caption for the picture that he's about to show them. And this picture just so happens to be a laughing naked baby in a kiddie pool.
Alright guys, time for your part. I want you to leave a really funny caption in the comment or video response section, giving me a caption for this picture.
The picture is perfectly innocent. It's just a funny, cute, laughing baby. But Shane questions whether or not it's CP, but decides that it's not because you can't actually see any genitalia. However, according to him, it doesn't matter either way because he's gonna hang it up on his bathroom mirror.
Either way, I'm totally printing it out and taping it on my bathroom mirror. You know, just for inspiration.
Another segment that Shane would do on Orgy Time was called Sexy Shirt Time, where fans would submit pictures of themselves wearing his merch. And in response, he would choose his favorite ones and put them in the video and sexualize them.
Alright, and last but not least, our sexy Shane Dawson shirt time, right now. Damn, y'all are looking extra spicy today. Ooh.
He'd even go as far as to say things like this.
Sexy shirt time. Ooh, hey, got some sausages in the house. Holla. It's always cool to see an underage guy wearing my shirt. I'd rather see the shirt on my bedroom floor. I'm just kidding. I'd rather see the underwear on the floor.
There's just so many fucked up elements to this. He would take voice messages from fans, and in one of these videos, a girl jokes over his answering machine about how she wants to F him in the B.
Hey! My little sister wants to do you in the butt, just saying. Bye!
So, instead of de-escalating that, Shane immediately takes it too far and says this.
Hey Noah, you can't do me in the butt till you're 18. Call me when you can legally buy a strap-on. I'll be waiting.
I found a couple really interesting Reddit posts from fans that were around at this time and have direct experiences with the overlap of DailyBooth, Orgy Party Time, and the TinyChats, because unfortunately a lot of people can relate to each other in how they were exploited in this way by Shane. Here's one written by a girl who would submit a bunch of tweets to hopefully make it into the Orgy Time videos. The reason I'm posting here is because I wrote one of the tweets featured in the video, Justin Bieber is a porn star. I saw this exact clip with my tweet in it going around, and it made me feel sick My association with this man is immortalized in video. I was definitely exposed to sex at a way younger age than I should have been. As a man with a fan base of very young girls, he should have known a lot better than to encourage underage girls to take their mind to promiscuous places in order to get their tweet featured in their favorite YouTuber's video. Because that's exactly what it did to me. I stayed up so late that night, a school night too, just sending tweet after tweet just to get my tweet in the damn viewer orgy video. The TinyChats were also very real. A lot of people that I personally was acquainted with at the time entered them. I did too at one time, but only listened in, as I was the kind of kid who was too shy to go in front of camera. Everyone was in on it. Kids as young as 10 were being sexual towards Shane. It was the main way that people got his attention, be that a follow or a reply. Now here's one written by a girl who actually submitted photos of herself to DailyBooth. I saw a post today about the questions / challenges / whatever you want to call them that Shane would post on DailyBooth. These posts would be along the lines of show me your best blank face, and he would choose some of the pictures and put them at the end of these videos. I recognized one of these DailyBooth posts. Show me your blow face, lol. And I distinctly remember as a 12-year-old taking a safe for work but disgustingly cringy and inappropriate picture of myself and submitting it, not thinking much of it as I was a big fan of Shane's at the time and I wanted attention from him. Blah blah blah. As the week went on, I felt weirder and weirder about what I had done. Shane was so famous on the platform at the time. What if my picture is in the video and my friends see it? What if my family sees it? Will I get in trouble? Will I get mocked? The day the newest viewer orgy dropped, I had a pit in my stomach. I wasn't in the video, thank God, but I felt so ashamed of myself and almost violated, and I couldn't understand why. Shane's content never hit the same again, and I stopped watching his content until he came back into the spotlight years later. Yikes. So I think it really says a lot that somebody so young felt violated in a way that they could not yet fully grasp or understand. Like, submitting these pictures, especially the ones that he chose to put on blast, definitely had a long-lasting psychological effect on everybody. Now let's talk about Shane's UStream blog. He started this blog on July 19th, 2009, and there was undoubtedly a lot of problematic videos on here. But unfortunately, the videos on UStream were hosted on a different platform at the time. So in order for them to play, it has to connect to a network that retrieves the videos, and that network doesn't exist anymore. And since the Wayback Machine only captures snapshots of web pages, not from videos, these clips are now void forever. But I did manage to screenshot one of the comments on the first post, and that reads, "My mom was in the kitchen when you were e-raping us. By the way, e-raping means online rape. Yay, lol. I was hoping she didn't come over here. She didn't, but she was staring at me the whole time. Fucking love you, Shane. Heart, 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 heart." So yeah, you can make what you want of that and whatever assumptions you might make about the UStream. And that's where we'll be leaving off for now, my friends. And I'm so sorry to end on something so gruesome. I was actually planning on covering the entirety of Smiley after that section just to get some comedic relief, but since I think this video is gonna be like 3 hours long, I figured maybe it'd be nice to just do a separate, completely fun video about that movie, like a 30-minute video, crowd pleaser, get that out to you in like 2 weeks. Love that. But fret not, I do have a sweet little treat for everybody who made it this far in the video, and especially those who watched the last deep dive. Here are updates. In our last episode, I asked you guys if you had any further information on Shane's Shenane ringtones from 2009. I wish I could tell you I knew what the ringtones were, but my attempt to text this old ass number didn't really get me anywhere. And I was not expecting any answer because man is that niche. But because you guys are the best audience on YouTube on the earth known to man, I believe we now have all of them. So shout out to the anonymous heroes of Nikki World who sent me these. Here is the lost 2009 Shanae ringtone.
The hottest girl up in here, let me hear that crowd.
You could have also purchased this slowed down or sped up if that was more your style. Gotta love how there was options at this time. There was also a Ned the Nerd ringtone called The Game that was shared with me. And it's basically Ned the Nerd telling you all about how to pick up chicks.
I'm teaching you the game. If you wanna get chicks like me, let me break it down for you real easily.
And lastly, when it comes to these ringtones, I don't know how I missed this, but he actually has 2 of these ringtones uploaded to his Spotify. His Spotify, which has 4,000 monthly listeners. I oughta stop this behavior. But here's a snippet of the Paris Hilton one.
You should probably answer your phone. I haven't eaten in 3 weeks.
And here's a snippet of a SDZ one.
SDZ in the house, and your favorite Aunt Hilda, who says old Jews don't know how to rap.
I also asked you guys if anyone had any recollection of the Shane Dawson app, and it turns out he didn't actually have an app, or it wasn't technically one.
It's not an app. It never was an app. He basically just optimized his website for mobile use. There was a new version of JavaScript back then, and so I think he hired someone. I don't think he has the capacities or the capabilities to do something like that on his own, so...
You heard it first from our anonymous hero. This was something he just tweeted about a bunch of times for fans to use this stupid little feature, leading us to believe that he had the ability to create his own app, which is not surprising that he didn't. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and now a special thanks to my patrons. Starting with the base nerd tier, we have Faye, Alexandria, Amelia, Anna Stanton, Baldur's Babe, BB, Bioket, Bonnie, Casey H, Kirsty, Dimmy, Erica Richter, Frankie, Georgia Zavala, Gollum, Grace Squiggle, Hudson Cruz, Jake Gertos, Jeremiah, Junes, Kat K, Lauren, Levy Rogers, Lovebug, Mackenzie Maddox, Macnam, Nug, Popsmats, Rachel Stanley, Reno Rabbit, Sabrina AG, Skylar Rose, Stella Enriquez, Supernova, Tacky, Wyatillion, Zayla Bobela, and then that brings us to Cool Nerd tier. Yay! Brooke, Bruh Moment, Bryce Anthonson, Joaquin Alatorre, Joshi, Jarina Chu, Kirby, K-Jax, Madeline Rockowitz, Marley, Rat, Ricky K, Roy Salgado, Twihard366, Zugi E, and that is everybody. Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you very, very soon.